cookie cutters, God gave you a nose to breathe with so you can keep your mouth shut. Welcome to the podcast.
Right,
Take a seat.
No more of that intro music since we're putting the shit on YouTube finally.
I could sing for us.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, country boy.
I think we're good.
Do you ever find that? Did you hate
on the road again?
Yeah. If you're, with your accent, you come across people that don't have your accent, and you're talking with them, and then all of a sudden they got a southern drawl. How fucking annoying is that?
Look, in the Marine Corps, we as soon as I went there, the first time I said y'all, because I was the guide, so I was always talking, was all over, and it was so. All they wanted to do was hear me talk.
Yeah.
Hey, talk. Hey, say y'all again. Like,
It's not a severe
Louisiana
southern drawl like someone from Alabama.
Well, let's officially introduce our guest tonight. Jason from New Orleans. You've seen him in Lenny's channel. You've seen him on our channel. Tell us a little about yourself, what brought you down here, and what you've been up to since you've been here for a week.
What brought me down here? That's a crazy question. Y'all brought me down here. I am 100% a true Delray Misfit fan. I mean,
We don't use the Ford fan here. We say maniac.
Okay, well, that's right. I'm a maniac.
Jason Genova says fans.
I will be in the top 1% of a maniac because it's unbelievable that it's been 5 years since I've been watching y'all, and it's I kind of stumbled across y'all looking up some stuff under Delray, and then under Delray came up Jason's name, and I love bodybuilding, so I'm like, well, let's see what's happening here. And
you don't want to watch his channel for any bodybuilding.
as soon as that popped off and I saw all of y'all on the channel, I was immediately hooked. I couldn't wait till the next day to watch, and it was just, it's incredible. So as that goes along, I'm sitting back home and I'm like, you know what? I need a vacation. I work my tail off. I'm a single dad. I have 5 kids. I've been working my tail off to provide for them. Yeah.
Got to work on that pullout game, brother.
My pullout game is
mine's
weak. My
very
kung
weak
fu.
too, buddy.
Yeah, I heard.
Got to work on that pullout game.
Oh yeah.
That's why you took the easy way out, Brad.
Yeah. What? Get a vasectomy?
Yeah.
Did you get one?
No, unfortunately, I need one.
Jesus Christ.
Especially looking around here. Oh my goodness.
Shit. What's the age range?
My oldest is 28, which I'm also a grandpa because I have my grandson. She has a.
You're a grandfather?
I'm a granddaddy.
Oh shit!
Jeez. How old are you?
I'll be 49 in August.
Jeez.
I'm getting up there. So, and then my son, my oldest boy, is 20. He's Dean. He's a junior. Well, we call him the second. And then I had twins, Kane and Victoria. They're 16. And then my youngest is Reese. I call him Reese the Beast because he's one heck of a baseball player.
Nice. Good shit, man.
But then, like I said, how did I get here? I just followed y'all and came here, and I asked y'all if I could come. And
yeah, you started messaging me
Yep.
a month ago or something?
no, actually, I've messaged you 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
For the first time I wanted to come here, and I wouldn't give up. And yeah, so like 2 months ago, I started messaging you, and you're like, look, right now it's like the perfect opportunity, and it was a perfect opportunity for me, and here I am. I'm still, y'all don't understand. I'm still in awe. I'm still, I was riding with Lenny 10 minutes ago, and I told him, I said, you have no idea. Like, I'm still, like, I'm such just a super maniac. Like, it's just,
you get a front row.
Awesome.
You get a front row seat.
It's like a Delray Misfit fantasy camp. Anytime someone comes down here,
we always welcome anybody that wants to come hang out. I wish there were more hot chicks.
We're working on room and board and living arrangements for us down the road for sure.
And then your timing was even better because you're staying at the same hotel as Lenny.
Yeah, so me and Lenny get to.
Yeah, that's what I said because he had just moved back up here. We were all so far apart for 6 months, him being down in Doral.
If it was meant to be, right now it was definitely meant to be because everything's just been so perfect.
Even though the weather's fucking brutal right now.
Yeah.
Today's the only day we really had like some serious rain.
No, it's not raining. It was getting real humid. Last few days though wasn't too bad. It was a little dry. It was a little drier, yeah.
Gorgeous. A couple days ago.
But usually the summer's just the weather's so unpredictable.
Well, you're out all day. I mean,
yeah, it's a motherfucker.
Brad, getting up early, going to deliver all his mail, all those packages, coming home, sometimes doing a podcast, coming to the gym, sweating his balls off. It's impressive. And then on his day off, he's doing all that landscaping yard work.
Well, today I had the day off. I was going to do yard work, but it rained, so we just sat around Watch the movie. Watch The Invisible Man, the new Invisible Man.
How was that?
It was actually pretty good. Wasn't bad.
What was so good about it in particular?
The special effects, the acting was pretty good. You know, it was a good storyline. Kept you interested. If it keeps me interested, like you know, within 30 minutes, if you're gonna get up and walk the fuck out. I went to the car dealership yesterday, and they were playing in the lobby while I was waiting for my car to get fixed. Fucking The Mummy Returns with The Rock. What the fuck?
He's an eyesore.
He was a horrible fucking actor.
He is. He's going to be an eyesore.
And they're in the middle of the desert, and they're not even sweating. They all got nice haircuts and shit, and good teeth. Back 3000 BC, it takes place. It's like, can you fucking make movies that make it a little bit more fucking believable, will you? Jesus Christ.
I'm wondering.
I notice stupid shit like
When
that.
people
though. It
ask him if he's
bothers me.
taken anything as far as PEDs, is there anything that we can watch to see his answer? I would really like somebody to
They
confront
don't
him
want
about
to
that.
admit what they're taking because most of the shit's illegal. If it was legal, they'd say what they take.
You can pretty much look at him and see what he takes, but I just want to hear from his mouth.
Of course.
Total
I would love
honesty.
to know his stack. It's good
And, you know,
information.
that's why he's looking so young and so good. He does. I'll say that.
Without a doubt.
Lenny, someone just DM'd me a question to ask you. I want to get my 1.5 mile time under 15 to 20 minutes and push-ups about 18. Never been much of an athlete and stand right now at 6'1", 201 pounds. In about 2 to 3 months, I hope to apply to become a police officer here in Arizona.
Good luck.
Yeah. Currently, I work for a law enforcement agency at night, 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., and it's hard to get good sleep considering I'm also a full-time student. Any advice from Lenny, more specifically about training? I'm getting my push-ups up and my 1.5 mile time down. I know you guys are being flooded with questions, but I really would love the help. Take care.
That's going to require very brief training and a planned out day, step by step, and obviously consistent eating. But best thing to help a push-up is going to be a bench press, and that's where the strength will come. Push-ups is an endurance movement. As far as getting your time down, aerobics, that can definitely make good progress as far as getting your time down. Throw some sprints in there. At the end of your 1.5 mile run, start off with maybe about 10:40s or 10:50s at the end of it. Very little rest between sets. To me, that'll build up some more fast twitch fibers and get your time down a little bit. Does anybody else want to give him some advice?
No, but I wanted to ask you a question. If you had a son and he told you, Dad, I want to become a cop, what would you say to him right now, considering the climate that's going on in this country and even around the
Right
world?
now, I would say no. Get a foot Division I sports scholarship. That would be my main advice for
Yeah, but
anybody.
not everybody has the...
Well, if you don't, but I did, and I let my father.
No, but I'm talking about someone who wants to pursue a career in law enforcement given the current climate in this country with everything that's going on.
I would tell them, do your job to a T. Ultimate professionalism. Don't play the.
No, what he's
Buddy,
saying is
buddy.
if you had a son and
Right.
he said, Dad, I'm looking to be a cop,
Yeah.
what would you say?
Anything he'd want to be, I would
Support.
support, but obviously doing it the right way. I'd find some veteran cops, and there's plenty of them. or
Well, you're
check them
sitting
online.
next to one.
Yeah, you were...
Exactly. Go talk
What
to
are your
him.
thoughts? Where were you a cop and how long were you a cop for?
St. Tony Parish Sheriff's Department, one of the best departments in the nation. Sheriff Randy Smith is doing an outstanding job. This is his second term in. I love that job more than anything on the face of the planet. I was there for 4.5 years, had to resign from my wife's job. It took us to Texas. And then when I came back to Louisiana, I was just so busy in my construction job. I was making so much money. Because back then we were only making, my pay was $636
A week?
every 2 weeks.
Get the fuck out of here.
Serious?
$312 after taxes.
What year was that?
That was in 2000, 99, 2000, 2001. My total pay was 17. It was like starting pay was 17 grand before the state pay. So
To deal with all that shit,
to
that's
deal
just-
with that's what people don't understand.
And they want to defund. You know what? They need more funds for fucking better
I
training.
think now
and
your
more
starting
vetting.
pay is probably about 45 grand, so it's gone up significantly.
That's still
but when I first started,
that's not
I literally
enough.
was, I was basically paying to be a police officer. But I loved it, and I would, I 100% believe it's not a policing problem. It's a fundamental problem. It's a leadership problem, and it's a training problem. And I'll give you a little example real quick. When you get pulled over by a state trooper, your pucker factor on your butthole is way tighter if it's a trooper than a sheriff, because the trooper has a bunch more training,
Well, they're usually
and he's
from
not
the
going to take
they're
any bull.
Most state
and
troopers.
most of them come from the military.
Right. Yeah.
As the sheriff, you're like, most of the time you can just talk your way out of it. So imagine if every one of our cops were trained with military style training and had that to go through. It's just, I think there's too many weak ones make it through the hole they get passed through that really shouldn't be there. And that's
probably the reason for that is how are you going to get good help when you don't pay nobody?
100%. And that's
the fuck?
The pay. It's starting with pay.
You're gonna risk your life for that amount of money? Go fuck yourself.
Starting with pay. No, there's
fuck
no
yourself.
way you're going to go out there and risk your life. Could you imagine?
Chance.
As bad as I want to be a police officer right now and go back to the job, there's no way for the amount of money. So I'm going to go risk my life for everybody, which I would love to because I love protecting and serving. But the problem is if I make one minor mistake, now the microscope looks at me and I could possibly go to jail for the rest of my life. So now not about not making any money, but could possibly make a minor mistake that could send me to prison for the rest of my life.
Well, not just a minor mistake. Look at the cop in Atlanta, which you would consider a big mistake because he killed the guy. But that fucking guy punched him, stole his fucking taser.
I don't agree with that. I'm with you on this one. That was definitely done wrong, and I'm hoping it'll come out.
What else was he supposed to do?
Absolutely nothing. It's the only thing.
I mean, yeah, shoot him in the leg, but do you have that good of aim when you're in the middle of a scuffle? And
That's what Joe Biden said. Aim for the leg.
Yeah, okay, Joe. Let's see you fire a fucking gun.
I've been in that
You just
situation.
got your ass beat.
So I've been in that situation. So I'll just let you know what I would have been thinking. That's where I said this is where the training comes in. If the guy, we already know who he is. We have his car. We have his information. Who cares if he runs away?
You're going to catch him.
We're going to catch him. It might not be today. So what we have to learn, that's we have to just let it go. And right now, too many cops can't let it go.
Yeah.
And it's not also just a training thing, but that's human nature.
Yeah.
When somebody does you wrong, you want to go after them. But it's just not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody has the same kind of mental thinking and capacity.
The same thing applies with high-speed pursuits that you see.
100%.
You watch some of those, and I'm thinking, Jesus, let the guy go.
99 of them, I want to go let him go.
He blew a stop sign. Big deal. You don't have to chase him at 110 miles an hour through a residential neighborhood.
It's not going to happen.
Well, I know down here they don't even chase motorcycles because
they'll never catch him.
You got no chance.
No.
Right.
That'll go.
But
Some motorcycles will go 180, and you're on a fucking bike. If you collide with a car, you're really not going to do much damage to that car. You're going to be the one that gets
How many
killed.
times have you watched the episode of Cops and on the radio
Which they took off the air. They canceled that show.
And Live PD, both shows.
Imagine that. Why would you want to show good police work?
That's what they wanted for us to video and show everything, and now they want to take it off the air.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
They just want to
stupid.
show you, look at these bad cops every day.
Yeah.
We got a serious problem.
Yeah.
The defunding is about to begin. Hey, look at Atlanta. What happened? I heard 500 911 calls got disregarded because of lack of staff, because of walkouts and sick calls.
Well, on July 4th as well, in our Independence Day, NYPD, I read, is going to be staging a strike starting at 3 o'clock when, everything's going to start to get crazy in the city. They're all just going to call out sick.
That's great. That's great to let the public know too. So now they know they can go fucking rob and
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
LA riots, Chief Daryl Gates.
I don't know if it's definitely going to
They
happen.
pulled out when they started rioting. He pulled out, say,
Well,
"This is what
were
you
you
want." Now was what's going to happen,
were you
and they regretted it.
you were in the service during the LA riots?
I was brought to LA for we were. That's when Clinton dropped us off. It was the end of 91. Was it 91 or 92?
For the international maniacs who don't know what he's talking about, look up the Rodney King riots.
Rodney King beating.
Rodney King beating, Rodney King riots, Los Angeles.
Well, they have a
Reginald Denny.
They have
Yes.
a Netflix.
Oh, that's rough to watch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They have a Netflix special on it. LA 92. it's
Burn,
called.
MF Burn.
He's so forgiving to this day. He'll go out and
With a big dent in his
He's
head.
met his attackers and all for publicity.
Damian Williams. I watched that trial on Court TV. I remember it. He got acquitted of the most serious charges. They put him up for attempted murder, and he got acquitted.
This guy's just doing his job, driving through.
They wouldn't do that if the big J Masters was in that truck.
Well, I don't know. Now they
wouldn't
might.
pull him
Now they
out.
just
Yeah,
might with the
no
way he's
shit.
running his stupid mouth.
No, he's too big and strong for that. But the size of him is a deterrent. That's why I'm saying it. You got to prepare yourself. It's up to you, maniacs. You can't go walking around with an unathletic body. You got to train your mind and your body. You have to be able to at least punch a heavy bag. Every gym has one.
Look at these random beatings now where they're just
Yeah.
running like that kid in Harlem that walked by that old lady and just punched her in the side of the fucking head.
Yeah, Adam McLeod.
100 times he's been arrested over the years. 100, and now it's 101.
The other guy in the store that walked up to the kid and hit him, knocked him out, knocked him.
That's what
down.
they get for trashing the mafia up there. If they had a mafia like they did back in the 80s or 90s, think that would happen on the streets? Hell no.
Yeah, they're attacking all the twinks. Go attack.
So what happened during the LA riots when you were put out there?
They stopped immediately before we even got there. And what was really fun is while we were out there, all of the cars that saw the trucks heading into LA and with all our gear, because we had weapons.
You were in
our service weapon.
You were in the Marines?
I was in the Marine Corps. Marines. They sent the Marines. They didn't send.
They always send the Marines first.
National Guard was already there, and they were still riding. And that's when they said, you know what? Let's send the Marines. We have a few that'll be willing to go, and I was one of them. And we got in the back of those trucks, sent about 30 trucks down there. Before we could even get out of the trucks, everything halted.
You're probably disappointed.
What are all the countries you've been to as a serviceman?
Okinawa, Fuji, mainland Japan, Fuji, Bosnia, Somalia. Yeah, I've been to a couple of unfun places. I've seen.
What was Somalia like?
The worst. That's young kids carrying AK. If they're big enough to carry the weapon, they carried it, and they were willing to take aim and shoot at you. Also, that was. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the movie Black Hawk Down.
Yep.
We were there. It was like probably one of the worst situations I've ever been in.
Seems like every time a Democratic president sends troops, they always make a big disgrace of themselves. Just like when Jimmy Carter sent those helicopters to rescue the hostages back in '79 in Iran, they malfunctioned in the desert. And what they do? Captured the pilot, made a joke out of him. They got that helicopter in one of their little museums. Look, we took down the devil.
Rode the bullet train though. That was awesome.
Don't want a Democrat in
Where? What
office
country?
doing
Bullet train?
combat.
What country?
That's that train that does like 200 miles an hour
yeah.
from Tokyo to goes around. That thing's crazy.
I rode a high-speed train from Madrid to Barcelona. I think it went 160 or 170.
This one's the fastest one they have. I want to say it's 181 or 2. I can't remember how. I know it's just stupid.
Lenny's
fast.
thinking about running another train.
It's almost as fast as Dale Chance
The
drove.
tranny train.
Brad, I'm thinking, was the train high speed or were you high when you went on that train?
Both.
I had to get 3 extra latches put on my door, staying at his hotel just in case. I didn't know if he would be coming up knocking on my door at night.
So how long did you serve? How long were you in?
It was a total of 7 years.
Yeah, they pretty much own you for 8, right?
Yeah, that's your 8 ends your unactive reserve.
I think Brad would have done great in the military. His work ethic and such, camaraderie. Probably would have had a good time.
I was going to go to the Air Force actually because
Yeah, I
I
was in the
had
Air
a
Force.
good grade point average, but at that age I was just too rebellious. My grandfather tried to get me in because he was in the Navy. He was in World War II. He was in the Navy.
Just think you could have been retired now.
Yeah, no shit. Hey, whatever. It is what it is.
Me too, but I fucked up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was out of my mind at 18. I didn't
Now look
do
at
well
you,
with
just
I
a
didn't-
cookie cutter.
Yeah, I didn't do well with authority back then. Not like I do now, but Yeah, I'm
Except for your
now I'm
black-
just a
Yeah, we
cookie
remember
cutter
when you
creep.
got told to tuck your shirt in.
Yeah.
We all
For
had it.
black
Sure,
female
call
supervisors seem to keep you in line these days.
Huh?
It's at the post office.
My supervisor now is an Italian guy. The guy that I told to go fuck himself, he's a fucking
Oh yeah, I saw
jerk
him,
off.
little douchebag.
Yeah.
Napoleonic complex.
Yeah, exactly. Just a short man complex. He couldn't stand me because I was a shop steward for years, and it used to piss him off when I'd file grievances or get people out of trouble because he knew that they were wrong or doing something wrong. But when you file a grievance and you have to go through the union, you have investigative interview and all, he would lose all the time. He tried to discipline people, and he was always stupid about it. He never did anything right, And we have to dissect all that shit. It's almost like a lawyer for the carriers, And I knew a lot of these people are fucking off at work or whatever, but I still have to defend them. That's my job. And he pissed him off. Fuck. Scumbag didn't come to us. So what? What if he was sick? Shut your mouth. He was just an asshole. He took everything personal,
It seems to me there are a lot of punks on the police force with a power trip, like guys that have been beaten up. Well, that is a problem.
Oh, of course.
Because they're basically nerds their whole life and they're squeaky clean because of that.
And then they get a little power, you know, like, oh, now I'm the bully.
I've seen
this
many
guy used to
examples of
bully
that.
me,
Yeah.
and now I'm going to be, There's a lot of shitty cops, man. It is what it is. But there's a lot of good ones, too. And they shouldn't be defunded.
Going back to the thing of
I don't even know why that's even a conversation.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Right.
You want to dismantle the police department? Okay.
Well, whether
Guess
they
what?
want to put the funds into their hands.
Right. Well, all these rich celebrities and shit that are endorsing it too, they don't give a fuck because they can get private security or their own police department for their city. They don't care.
That's almost like a good idea.
It's going to just affect the bad neighborhoods.
I think that's the future of law enforcement. Private
They
security.
have private police in Boca by the beach and in Delray by the beach.
I think it's coming.
It just might. It's just,
In the bodybuilding world, which we are a part of, I've seen a lot of comments on
You can exclude me from
Dave
that.
Palumbo. He had a good discussion. He brought some guests on talking about race: Greg Valentino, John Romano, Tricky Jackson, Sean Ray, and a few others. It was good for the most part, but I'm going to admire Craig's honesty and bringing truth to it.
well, he's always like that. Greg Valentino.
Very good points.
Yeah.
But, there's some people with their comments that you're coming from an irrational perspective. I don't like to talk about it because to me the R word doesn't exist. I don't let it exist. My track record's proven I treat everyone the same. I don't look at color. I don't look at anything. I look at a human being. I don't recognize color.
Human race, not any other kind.
Exactly.
We're all
I've
one.
been that way my whole life.
And I'm going to give you Maniac some advice. They try to suck you into it. They want to know what your opinion is. A lot of people are asking PJ, who else, in the bodybuilding community spoke the truth. He didn't say anything wrong. He said the kind of thing that would bring people together. And he wished no ill will to Keon. And I just think Keon's been very ungrateful.
100%.
Keon was one of his athletes, correct?
Yes.
Who's PJ always spoke highly of.
Yep.
And went out of his way to help him in his career and wished him well in the future. But PJ said the most perfect thing you could say, and he's getting tarnished for it. And I read the comments.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And, like they said, Herman Goring had a little black book of names of people, like mostly communists, who
You sound like you're snoring over there. Dude. All right.
You should try wearing the headphones.
Holy shit.
people that crossed him or needed to be looked at in the book. So I got Lenny's little black book, so to speak, just to keep the names and the ideas and the comments made by these people in the industry.
I saw you commented on his post. You said, Keon, you're a sheep or a cookie cutter sheep and a creep.
Yes, I was very
Creep is the best one.
disappointed.
I know.
Very disappointed in that and implying that PJ is something which doesn't exist. Far from it.
If anything, he should be sticking up for PJ because
Yes.
but he's just following the fucking crowd.
And others in the industry,
cancel cut these little
particularly
bitches.
Faoud from Canada, who I admired your physique, your training methods, but
Oh, and there's all these, bodybuilders and shit. I saw those comments. Oh, congrats to you, man. Good job by you. Good job. Why?
my
Why?
question to Faoud is this.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What if we came up into your supplement warehouse and took all your product? Would that be okay? If we came up and rioted and looted your warehouse or your home and
Right.
took all your steaks? Is that okay? No, it's not.
Fucking idiots, man.
What was Keon for somebody to dap him? What was he standing up for?
I don't know. He just said there was a difference of opinion, right?
Right,
So he
that's
wasn't really
exactly what it
specific.
was.
Wait, hold on.
It has nothing to do with a black or white situation, which they're making.
But that's what they always turn it into.
Let's
It's stupid.
100%. Let's take this back to the beginning.
What did PJ
Number one,
say,
a bad
though?
cop arrested a bad guy, and he totally was wrong by the way that he handled it. And the minute that they said because the guy just so happened to be white was the cop, and the guy on the floor just happened to be black, it's a white and black thing, which it's not. Go back to the beginning. It was a bad cop and a bad guy in a bad situation, and that's how we need to deal with it.
PJ simply said, all lives matter. Let's move on from the George Floyd. Stop the rioting and the rooting.
They were praising George Floyd,
Law and order.
a guy who was supposed to rape
That's
the
all.
woman.
That's all.
Held a
PJ
gun
said.
to the belly of a
Yeah, I
pregnant
would like to
woman.
know what all these guys marching for him. If that was their wife, their pregnant wife at home,
That's exactly
that
what
got
he
a
said.
that
So
a
he
gun
had a picture up. He
right?
said, what if this was your mother, daughter that George Floyd did this to?
Right.
Would you be praising him?
No, you'd want to fucking.
Absolutely not. Did he die in vain? Yes, he did. Do we need to praise him? Absolutely not.
Well, now he's turning into the Black Jesus. Like they act like this guy was a fucking.
Well, you look at
a
Black
fucking
Lives
saint.
Matter, which Greg Valentino rightly said is a criminal terrorist organization. They always celebrate the criminals of society.
Do you have any idea how many millions of dollars are being donated to them by big companies?
And where the fuck
Amazon,
is it going?
Apple,
Where's it going?
Millions of dollars.
Have they said where it's going?
It's going to the lawyers. That sue
Lawyers for what?
To sue the police departments, to sue cities
Are you
on
serious?
behalf of this. Yes, this is about the bottom line.
Who are the leaders of
Is there a hierarchy?
George Soros is basically, and his son are basically the main funders, and it's a trickle-down effect from there.
George Soros isn't a black man, though.
No, he's
Of course not.
he's a Holocaust survivor, right?
No, he is a collaborator, supposedly a Nazi collaborator that was Jewish, that turned a lot of people in. As a young man, that's what I heard.
So all their donations, all this money is just getting donated to BLM, but nobody knows where the fuck it's going.
It's going to the lawyers to, in turn, sue the police departments, cities, and whatever. On behalf of their clients and their organization.
Not going to the
It's an industry.
the struggling black communities
extortion industry.
to help them.
That's where our taxpayer dollars go, yours rather, right now. And Andrew's. That's who's helping them.
I don't know why nobody's asking these questions.
So first of all, it's not promoting them either.
Can't.
A lot of people are,
It's against the rules.
but they're
Correct.
attacking them. And like I said,
It's a
people on
nonprofit
YouTube.
organization or whatever, just like a church or something.
It's going, by the way, it's going to become a political party.
Yeah.
It's going to become a
believe
political
that.
party.
I believe that.
They need more political
And
parties.
all
Just
lives
wait.
matters makes you the R word.
How about
according to them.
no lives matter?
At the end of the day, you're right. You become dust anyway. So
Right. They say that because it's like like Jay said, it's like a snarky remark to them saying Black Lives Matter. Well, all lives,
but there's no stopping. There's no appeasement.
of course everybody's life matters, but you can't say that.
They could have those entire
can.
police
And
officers
you
on the
risk
scene in
getting
Minnesota.
canceled.
They could all get the death penalty. They still wouldn't be appeased. They're coming for more and more, and they're getting it.
But what do they want now?
Money. It's all about the money, the bottom line. The lawsuits.
Well, they're still marching and protesting for defunding, right?
yeah. So the money goes to them in an indirect way, sure.
They're waiting for a bill to come along that's going to.
So they're going to protest for how many fucking years? This shit doesn't
It's
happen
not going to
overnight.
stop
It doesn't happen.
until the money runs out.
Until they get a bill passed that's giving them,
Who's them?
giving the Black Lives Matter, whoever's going to be a part of the Black Lives Matter. Is it only blacks? I don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Where are the demands? What
Because
exactly do
that's-
they want?
Because it's not.
Say it, just
It's
say
not
what the
just
fuck
black
you want.
people out there promoting
Right.
Black
Look at
Lives
look
Matter.
at Seattle.
Who gets a
Look
part
at
of this
fucking
bill?
Seattle. I would take a fire truck and hose all those fucking dirty hippies down. They probably all need a fucking bath anyway. Why the fuck are you letting them take over 7 city fucking blocks? Cut the power,
And who-
cut the water.
Keep
get
them in there. Don't
fuck
let them
out.
out.
Wait,
How about that?
Who's to say that's not going to happen in New York next or Chicago
will.
next? Because they let it happen in Seattle.
The way it's going, they will.
Yeah, they took over like 9
Right.
city blocks.
Well, I
It's
think
like
they
own-
reduced it down to 3.
Three now?
They compromised. Something like that.
Wow.
Ever since they started the riots in Watts in 1965, which I believe was the first type of race riot in this country, they've gotten huge benefits from that. More funding, more welfare, EBT, whatever, and they all use the system. It's more and more.
Well,
and
hey,
more.
if it works for them, I guess they should keep
Yeah,
doing it.
I understand it, but I'm just saying
We're going to get a universal income, which is we talked about
a universal
later.
basic income.
Yes,
yeah.
that is coming, and of course, it's
we should all fucking get that.
I'm Italian. I come over here on a boat. My whole family from just 2 generations ago. Where's
Yeah, you look like you paddled the fucking thing over here too.
And Andrew and myself, I don't
feel
think
like
our
I'm bad.
ancestors were basically here for no more than 100 years, correct? But you, Brad, you need to do some apologizing.
For what?
You're an Anglo-Saxon.
I got to apologize for what twat I came out
You better
of.
start
Sorry.
kissing feet.
Sorry, I
Take a knee, Brad.
Sorry,
I
came
believe
out- I was
it's a
made
good
by
chance.
white- like, I
it's a
have
good
any
chance
control of
your
that.
ancestors were slave owners or
These
whatever.
well, yeah,
On
'cause
this table,
my
so-
last name is very common, and a lot of black people have
And
it.
you've been
and they
probably
took the
200
name
or
of their
300
slave
years.
owners. So yeah, probably.
So-
Take a knee like Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Kiss my feet.
2 idiots wearing fucking scarves.
I know.
The only way you're going to redeem
doing?
yourself is you to go to work, and all the black employees sit in chairs, men or women. You come up and kiss their feet.
Some of them I would kiss her. There's a couple chicks in there. Yeah.
In fact, I want that on video. Once I get my shirt, that's a good idea.
We go
for a
feet
video.
washing.
Yeah, I'm going to say I want to apologize. And I kiss your feet.
Can you believe these motherfuckers? Kneel down. Kneel. You need to kneel down. What?
The people doing
Yeah.
it.
Fuck.
Yeah,
What's wrong with these people?
No, I don't know.
The
Begging
level of-
for forgiveness.
The level of stupidity is at an all-time fucking high right now.
But you know what? Those people that kneel, I'm like, okay, you committed a crime. We're going to lock you up. Now see how much you want to kneel after that. You're going to get a nice little jail sentence for that. You've admitted a crime.
It's like a weird episode of the fucking Twilight. It's this is fucked up, man.
But did you notice the physiques and the things that those people say in those organizations? And I believe there's a lot of veganism.
Wait, the physiques on who?
They're horrible. Those Antifa people. They're like so and so remain nameless.
It's bad.
That type of physique. Did you see the one, the big right wing? I don't know if he's a security officer that punched that guy in the face like he knocked his teeth
Why'd you
out
mouth
with the
that
big
name
ones.
and not just say it? Who gives a fuck?
I can't. But do you notice that?
I know.
I believe most of them go by that vegan lifestyle. And when you don't have the amino acids, your brain gets turned. You lose the will to fight. You lose common sense. I firmly believe veganism has
there's
something to do with that.
Very little common
And as a man, obviously, you're very weakened
It's
and
called
passive.
uncommon sense.
Yes,
it's
and
not
veganism
common.
plays a huge part in that.
I don't even fucking think anymore. You can't even watch the fucking. It's just the news has turned into just. It's all opinions. There's no facts anymore. It was great when the news was facts. Fine. I
Well,
don't
it's not
want to know.
news.
I don't care what some
It's a lobby group.
queer on one
Well,
of these
that-
channels has his opinion. It gets all serious.
That's because everything you
Fuck.
see and hear right now on the news is all about the optics leading up to the election in November. You have those who hate Trump. You have those who want to reelect Donald Trump. The mainstream social media hates him. They have an agenda. They want him out.
Guess what? You know what it's about? Views. The media is about views.
It's always been
And
like
if they
that.
bring, if they come to the table and they have anything that they bring is out of the ordinary, they don't give you the whole story, but bits of the story and part of this, and it keeps you looking and gives them views. It's exactly what they're going to keep doing. The media will never, ever since YouTube started, ever since the camera guy and this audited America and all these guys, ever since that's happened now, it will never be the same.
They don't care.
Ever.
They don't care about being right. They care
No.
about being first.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
First one of the.
100%.
That's it. And then
worry about their
later on,
freedom.
okay, well, like that fucking 75-year-old man that got pushed down in Buffalo turned out to be one of these fucking jerk-offs. He was trying to hit the police scanner with the phone. He had some tubes
Yeah.
hooked up to his
Yeah.
ears that he pushed a button to make his ears
They
bleed
barely
right away.
braced and the guy fell
And
down.
they didn't report on that shit.
Was that substantiated? Was that
They
proven?
showed pictures up close of his fucking tubes and shit. He's
No shit.
He's a known agitator. Yeah.
Probably an original hippie back in the days, that
Yeah.
age.
Because I know Trump posted on Twitter and everyone said, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory," but I
But they won't
I never
say
knew
that.
if there was any truth
And they
behind
fired
it.
the cops, and the rest of those cops said, "Fuck you."
I love
If
how
I was a cop close to retirement, goodbye. If you can retire,
Long
get
gone,
the fuck out now, because you're
Long
gonna
gone.
get fucked when you stay. I feel bad for the young cops that have their whole career ahead of them.
Well, that's why I asked you the question before, Lenny, about if you had a son, would you? And he told you he wanted to pursue a career in law enforcement because they were saying on Fox News that police recruitment right now is at an all-time low. They can't get anyone to join the police
No, but
academy.
There's no way impossible. And I'm telling you what's going to happen. I kind of, this is anybody that goes into the military, it's probably their first choice when they get out of the military is going to probably be to go be a law.
And they should-
You join
they
the
should-
military,
listen.
then you go serve 4 years as a police officer, and then you can get back into the real world.
They
which
should
I think
get
this
first.
is a pretty cool
The
idea.
military should get first crack at it when they come back from deployment or whatever. When they're out, they should have the first dibs at getting a job with the police force. Absolutely,
We're going to need more police than ever, but as we talked about
a lot of
earlier,
them come back and can't get fucking jobs.
the private police forces, that's where the future lies. If you own land, you have the right to have your own police force.
Privatize everything.
This
Absolutely.
is what sucks about the police, about
It's like
right
the
now with
prisons.
police work.
Look how that's worked out.
Nobody, like with
Fill 'em
everything
up.
that's going on and how they're going to have to change stuff around. Now you're going to have to sit here. Anytime you pull somebody over, if they don't feel like being bothered with you, how do you detain them anymore? How do you get them out of the car? You're not going to be able to. It's just not possible. So what we're doing right now is making the situation so worse.
Well, it won't. It's of course for criminals. If you're not a criminal and a cop
yeah.
pulls you over, you got nothing to fucking
And
worry
there was
about.
stuff, and you walk away, and you never have another problem. No
Never.
interaction. Done.
I had friends growing up whose fathers were cops, and they always told us when we were younger because we were fucking crazy. If you ever get pulled over, yes, sir. No, sir. Don't ever show a cop disrespect, or they're gonna make your life fucking miserable. They'll find a ticket to write on your ass.
Aladdin had the perfect protocol. He said he gets pulled over, he stops, turns his car, puts his keys on top of the hood, and then puts both hands on the wheel. And when they come over and ask him, can I have your ID? He goes, yes, I'm going to use my right hand and grab it out of the compartment. Before he moves, he says, where's your license? Oh, I have it in the little console.
They always ask if you have a weapon, too.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's what his protocol was, and that's the one to use. Put your keys on top of the hood. Turn off your car. Put the police officer at ease. Don't make any sudden movements. When you move your hand, you tell him before you move, and you put those hands on the steering wheel. You don't argue. You see him arguing. You see those guys arguing.
Like, what do you think you're going to get out of resisting? You're just going to
I don't
get
know.
more time added to your sentence if you get.
Do Black Lives Matter? Do they ever have any? Do they go to the communities and bring the kids in and have workshops and bring in cops and say,
Like, right
this is
along.
what you do? Yeah, this is what you do when you get pulled over. No, they could care less. They want these incidents to happen.
I saw a video the other day where these cops are getting smoke blown at. Their kids are right in front of them.
Yeah, I saw
Their
that.
fucking
Yeah,
middle
that
finger
was really
right in their
bad.
fucking
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
and these cops are just standing there like.
He had
their blood's boiling.
a riot gear face guard on, and she was blowing smoke right up underneath it into his face, and he just stood there, poker faced. I don't know how
This
he did
isn't
it.
about the R word. This is about good old fashioned communism, which started in the 50s. The plan is break up the family, make the father look like a buffoon, make him useless, pit the parents against the children. This big wave of child abuse at the start. You turn your parents if you can't smack your kid. Feminism. Women are being discriminated against. They don't get the same money as men. You know, women calls the cops and you're locked up. That's their plan. You break down society, lose respect for law enforcement, then they take over. And the leaders of the communists, which are the elites, they are the ones living like kings. And that's what they want. And that plan's in place. And they're doing a good job of it. And I don't know how much more we can hold out.
Synthol Mark was on the podcast. He said Donald Trump is the only speed bump
Speed bump at
right
best.
now that's
true.
That's preventing that from happening.
He's an old man. He's not going to be around forever.
No, he'll have one more term, and that's it.
Break down.
Have you
Break it
spoken
down.
to Synthol Mark since all this?
No, I heard he lives in Orlando right now. He'd be good to have him on now.
Yeah, no.
Big Richard too.
Yeah.
He might come on again.
And I'd like to hear from some people you already tell me that are affiliated with Black Mesa. I want to hear their side of the story, honestly.
Well, you might soon.
That'd be great. Have them on the podcast. Let them speak.
Yeah. I'd like to know. Listen, whatever. It's fine. You want to do this, but where's? Don't you want to? Why aren't you asking questions of where all this money's going?
I know where it's going.
I sure hope it's not going in fucking Al Sharpton's pocket.
Of course it is. How much does he get to speak?
And he's a reverend, so he doesn't have to pay income
He should be in
taxes.
jail for a few incidences in the past.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. Even most black people don't even like that fucking guy. They know he's a piece of shit. People I work with are like, fuck that guy.
Well, that's where the Black Lives Matter are. They're
He's
young.
what they call a poverty pimp. That's the term they use.
I liked it on that talk show with Roy Innes. I think it was Geraldo. Roy Innes knocked him right out of the chair.
I loved Roy Innes. Roy Innes was great.
Geraldo. Geraldo Rivera. That's not even his real name. His real name is like Jerry Rivers.
Jerry, go on YouTube and look up Roy Innes. No, Roy Innes I think he fought a white supremacist, if I remember correctly.
That was a different episode, yeah.
It was. He never
Skinhead.
punched Geraldo. Geraldo was the host of the show.
They threw the chair.
No, he
Guys
knocked.
broke Geraldo's nose.
Yes.
Roy Innes knocked Al Sharpton when Al Sharpton was fat out of a chair.
He's a fucking.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's
Al
right.
Sharpton,
Oh, that's
when
right. I remember.
He
now.
went fly.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
saw Al Sharpton in New York City. I
Yes.
was on that TMZ sports
Yes.
thing, giving him the thumbs down. He looks like the fucking guy from Tales from the Crypt. He's all skinny with this fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't aged well.
Gastro bypass surgery.
The cameraman was getting pissed at me too. That's why they cut it off right when I did that.
All right, Jason, I just got a DM. Tell Big Swole on the podcast that his nickname is fucking retarded and he's not muscular, just fat.
You're not supposed to like your nickname.
Oh, shoot.
By
Well, you don't seem too upset about that.
Nah. Look, 312.
They're saying you look like Mussolini. Popeye, Mussolini, I've heard a few.
I will say this. Right now, I have no idea why I'm carrying this much fluid. Because
you have a fucking idea, buddy.
Yeah,
You guys going out every day eating all that salty food at that.
Well, that too, and then I've never
that shit.
MK6 whatever.
MK6.
I've never taken that before, and oh my goodness, I'm telling you.
How many days?
Like
have
I only took it for 2 days, and you can ask him. When I got on the scale here, I was 294, and I said I guarantee I'll get to 300.
But you're hanging
because
with
of
him.
eating.
You're hanging with him every day. You're eating like an animal.
I've never eaten like this before, so yeah, so
We intend on eating more, so look out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MK677. I don't think it works right away like that. But when I took it, I wanted to eat the fucking
we have some
balls.
trainer videos coming up where you
That
can see
appetite?
where I carry more muscle, but I am definitely in off season mode.
Do you really think you can compete with that kidney issue?
Oh yeah.
Have you done it before?
Because when I'm dieting, I put less protein in my body anyway.
Less protein.
Yeah, it's just I have to
You might need to get a
balance it out.
CPAP machine for that breathing.
Oh,
Jesus,
bad.
Christ.
To balance it out, it's just it's just a part of diet. When I diet, I don't do a real high protein diet anymore. I don't have to. And then it was, like I said, it was the three variables that were tearing me to pieces. And it was my high blood pressure. My blood pressure was 190 over 190 over 115, walking around every day until I finally started taking medicine. Now I have it to 120 over 70. I hated drinking water, and I've kind of forced myself into getting in more fluids. Like I started drinking a gallon of milk at night to at least get fluid in me. And then I try to drink as much water as I can during the day, so that's helped. And then with the just try not to stress so much. So I've made a big improvement since 2 years ago.
You should not be competing and putting all those drugs in your body.
Yes, I should
walk
be.
to walk on stage
actually be perfect.
in a
It'll actually
fucking
help.
banana hammock. Like
I don't think any of you guys should.
No,
It's not.
no.
It's not gonna. My kidneys will actually get better eating healthier and losing the weight because I need to trim down. Right now, I shouldn't be carrying this much, muscle and weight. It's not good for my kidneys. But like I said, as long as I keep those other points in check, I'll be fine. And like I said, I got 2 years to make the run for this, and I can't bodybuild forever. But I promise you, by the time I hit 50, I'm gonna bring a package that will blow everybody's mind out of the water. Next year, not one maniac will be disappointed in how I look. It will be first place all the way.
Dale Chance 2.0
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, yeah.
Now you got to say, yeah, buddy.
It's the remix.
So what are the next nicknames we got?
Dale
Bayou Bullshitter.
That's Jay's nickname
That's
for
Jay's
him.
nickname
Yeah.
for him.
Palms had one, the Moose, from Mussolini. That's not bad. Kind of
Moose.
clever.
Moose.
The Moose.
Oh, someone said you look like
Moose.
Sloth from the Goonies.
No, man.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Hey, you guys. That was a good movie, though.
Jay's starting to look like fucking Grimace.
Yeah.
The fat purple fuck.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I wish he was here so I could break his balls. He's going to get mad.
Yeah,
He'll hear this song.
I wish he went to.
Moron.
Let me tell you something, Maniac. One of the best gyms I've ever went to with Big Swell the past couple of days.
He got so
the
bummed.
Redcon headquarters, and I wish Jay was there. I wish all you guys were. You got to check it out. And all Maniacs, you come to see us. We're going to Redcon.
What's funny is Jay called me asking where you guys were because you weren't answering the phone. Give me Jason's number. Lenny's not answering his phone. I know they work out around 3:30. I want to go with them. I said, I think they already went. I talked to Lenny a while ago. Where'd they go? I'm like, fuck. I said Redcon, and he was silent for a second. That's blasphemy. I'm like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking
The
about?
staff treated us like gold.
He acts like he's
staff.
actually sponsored by Black
Right.
PJ couldn't give two shits about him. He's so weird with shit.
Jay has very strange sets of principles.
Yeah, you got to take a sign.
You have to know him to understand.
Even though the online beefs that he inserts himself into have nothing to fucking do with him.
No.
Do you think PJ would answer the phone if Jay called him?
Yeah, he responds to him in DMs and shit.
Oh, does he?
Jay acts like a fucking buffoon the other night with that rant that he went on. What the fuck are you thinking about? We've told him how many times, fucking turn your phone off when you drink.
That's it.
Turn it the fuck off. And then he goes on that rant. This is a guy that just started a YouTube channel. Where the fuck you think you're going to... How is anything going to grow when you act like an asshole? You sabotage his own shit. And then they fucking call us and want to say shit to us like we're like
you have any control.
He's affiliated with us. We have no control over that asshole, and none of us agree with him when it comes to that shit. He's completely out of line. It's fucking embarrassing. And then he's embarrassed too because he'll delete it the next fucking day. And then he'll never take responsibility for it.
I think back to like my most drunk nights ever.
Exactly.
And shit, I've had a bunch of them.
Like that.
I would never do, you know what I'm saying? I would never black out and do something like that.
Yeah, that's a cop-out. You can't keep blaming fucking being too drunk. It's enough already.
Yeah,
He's done that shit so many times, but now is really not the fucking time to be doing
no
that
shit.
I mean, you got...
Yeah, that's he's not getting it.
No.
He's
very defiant, like a little defiant kid.
Like you said, he just started his channel, and that's awesome. And I think he's actually
He's got almost 1,500 subs already. Yeah,
so
in a
it's
few
like
days.
bouncing up there, but he just has to pick and choose. And
No, he's got to post.
picking and chooses the wrong battles.
Yeah, and then he'll post a video filming a steel reserve can and breathing like you in the fucking camera.
Breathing like me. All right, you bastard.
Like, what the fuck would you put
Like a
that on-
moose in heat.
What would you put that on YouTube for? Or filming just a random kid's fucking charge?
I don't know.
Like he could make decent content, like with his lifts and the knowledge that he thinks he has, because he's always right when all his
I'm telling you,
all
when
his
you
lifting advice and shit.
looking back and looking at it, I mean, that's him in lifting. Look, with content, anytime, I'm coming from the outside. Remember, I'm the fan. So when I wanted to hear anything from Jay, I wanted to know about where his bench was coming. He was talking about he wants to be, break the bench press record and all that stuff. And look, I'm down for that. So stick with that. Stick with what works
exactly,
for you,
man.
because that's working, brother. Because let me tell you something, you're strong SOB. I will give you that all day long.
He gets the most respect when he puts up those big lifts.
Yeah, 100%.
Instead of acting like an asshole. Like, I mean, you can be somewhat of an asshole, but he is just fucking notorious for crossing the
And it
line.
all ends up on YouTube in permanent ink forever.
And nobody forgives.
Right.
Hell no.
You have a bad night, you drink too much, you black out, you say some shit, and it's on internet forever.
It's like a restaurant.
Permanent ink.
When you eat at a restaurant and they serve bad food.
Yeah, would you go back?
Nope. And you're not going. I don't care what they can change the name. They can do. You're not going back.
Yeah.
That experience is just the thought of going like I possibly could go there and they possibly could be the same people. I'm not going back.
He actually.
It's not worth the trouble.
It's funny when when you guys were up at the house that night and we had the fire and we're sitting there and and Valerie was questioning about why he's such an asshole to Nate and Livia and why he's such an asshole to Kim Haynes, and he didn't really have an answer. He's like, what did he say? Oh, because the trolls like when I do that. She's like, well, what the fuck is that? Why? Because they like when you do that shit. And then he's sitting and we're all like, Jay, what the fuck? And he's sitting there, well, I feel like this is an intervention. It fucking should be. It's about time he needs one. Put down the beer, for Christ's sake. You know what great shape he could be in if he didn't drink like a fucking animal?
Wow.
He did great for a whole year.
The whole year he didn't drink and he was still fat, but that's just because he ate
Jay and
more.
Jason came in ripped and did a show any kind. I don't care if it's physique, whatever. That'd be their tickets.
And Jay already has the base.
Yeah.
If he shed 100 pounds,
60 or 80.
No, he's got to come. It's because of leg size. His upper body is, it's thicker. But
I think he could get 90% of his leg size back with the leg press.
No, but it's about 240. It's about where he would need to be.
Okay.
And he's what, 330 right now?
yeah,
So
maybe
that's,
more.
yes, that's 90 pounds. That's
I can
exactly
see
what he's saying.
260.
He's not carrying any weight in his legs. It's all in his tits,
still got
his
some-
tits and stomach.
calves.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's a loose cannon. So
He's our loose cannon.
I'm not claiming him.
Ran into the owner of Silverback Gear Clothing at Redcon today. Maniacs.
Silverback crew.
You guys
Silverback
went,
Crew.
you guys went to
Sure.
Redcon again today?
Yes.
Yes, the second time.
We're probably gonna go
With
every
open
day.
Arms.
Yeah.
The guy Giuliani she's the little girl behind the counter that helped us. I can't remember the guy that's actually helping us, but
Gabe. His name's Gabriel.
yeah, Gabe, really outstanding.
So if you move down here, that'll be your spot.
Never been
that's what we're
treated that
talking
well.
about.
Never.
What?
Tour of the place. Never been treated that well going to a gym.
This gym by far is. Aaron hit this one out of the box. This is one of the best bodybuilding gyms.
Doesn't McLeod live right across the street from it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I think he
off
can,
of
he can
South-
see it,
South
I think, from where he lives.
Rogers Circle, right?
South
of
Rogers.
Clintmore. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got a huge American flag in the front. I mean, gigantic. Like I said, when you go in, you feel like training. It's indescribable.
They have enough back machines in there. There's a section
So it's
specifically
basically-
for back.
They
And
turned
there's like 20 machines.
they turned a warehouse into the gym then. There's
Exactly.
high ceilings and shit.
It almost has a nightclub
High ceilings,
vibe to it with the gymnast.
two story.
It's not 2 stories, it's just 1 story, but the ceilings go all the way up.
It looks like something out of a movie too. When you go there, you feel like you're in a different world.
Yeah, Jay's like, well, I'm not going there.
They got a
it looks like
monolith?
a nightclub.
I'll take it all day. I'm telling you, watch what happens. Look, watch what we bring to the stage.
Well, what's he
here because of that.
basing that on? Pictures on their website?
Yeah, or Instagram or something.
They have where you can dumbbell press, incline press, shoulder press supports where you put the waist up and you push a lever on the ground and it brings the weight right to you, like a self-spotting
dumbbell assisted
dumbbell.
machines where you set the dumbbell next to it's in a rack.
Did you guys film it? Because you explained
We're going
it's
to.
not going to.
We didn't necessarily do anything. They have a skull crusher
Yeah,
assisted machine.
when you're there next time, film all that.
We'll show you this.
Put
It
the
is
bar behind you on the
unbelievable.
rack, and you push down with your foot, and it brings the bar right into place, and it spots you there. It's just that type of stuff is incredible. The dumbbells, the feel, the grip, the tension on your muscles there on those. I think Flex Lewis may have some input there because he's similar to equipment at the Dragon's Lair. He must have, but
No, that's something that somebody came up with a few years ago. It's basically it was like with power lifters.
Who makes the machines? Did you read? Did you?
all different companies.
Yes, all
those-
different
Yeah,
companies.
when you
but
go back tomorrow, film all that shit. I'd like to see
it
what
is
it's like.
outstanding.
Why don't you do any Instagram posts while you're there and shit? You're never active on there. Stories and shit.
We were just
I need to
we
learn
were
how
to
to
the
do
gym.
that.
Yeah, all right.
But they were treating us right. We just wanted to make sure
Instagram
we didn't
post,
step
I
on
don't
anybody's toes. You know,
Yeah, you know how to post the
On
fucking
Instagram.
bullshit. You can post her smoking a blunt and giving me the finger.
She gave me that picture.
I know, and then you posted it.
No, somebody put it. I didn't post it. Somebody put that on there for me. I think it wasn't me.
You're the one that has access to your Instagram.
I didn't do it. Any of those. They were on my gallery, and somebody posted it on there. I forget who it was.
That's a Pomps move right there.
I want to get one of you,
Yeah.
Brad. Right next to her, I want to get one of you smoking a blunt.
I don't smoke that much anymore.
Why?
I just,
You
I'm
know,
not a smoker, never have been. That's one thing I
Taco
don't
Queen
do.
put a stop to that.
no, she doesn't care. I just don't have. I don't know. I don't have the urge as
good.
much anymore.
That's good.
Got it out of his system, Lenny.
Good. It wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always have if I happen to want to, but just you can take it or leave it. It's
What's
not a big
taking
deal.
its place? Something's must be taking its place. More of the alcohol,
No,
pills.
Suds, the suds.
I'm not a pill person. I guess you got to stay away from those fucking things.
Sure.
You want some more water?
See, okay, maniacs. I wish I could film
All right,
this right
maniacs.
now.
Where's those equipment
But
donations?
If you come hang with Lenny for a week, you'll have cankles just like him. Holy shit! My God,
Yeah, those
dude.
weren't like
but if
that
you want to be a freak,
the other day.
you're going to have the cankles.
What?
If you want to be a freak, super
Oh, okay,
heavyweight,
that's perfect.
you're going to have those.
You're gonna have to have cankles if you
If
want.
you want to compete at 260
A
or
freak is
over in
right,
shape,
but-
you got to get to that point above, and you're going to have it. It's not,
That looks
it's not
like
pretty. It's
that
not
looks
fun.
like it hurts.
You see Nick Walker,
I get like
USA
that
Championship.
on
They
airplanes.
called him cankles. Boston Lawn cutting that. He's probably one of the biggest amateur bodybuilders I've ever seen. He's still growing from New Jersey. Incredible.
that maniacs. If you got cankles, you're a freak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, when you diet down, those cankles will be gone, and you'll be a ripped 260.
Dude, how many days have you been here? You've been here a week, right? A little over a week.
Been here a week today.
He's got cankles. He can't fucking breathe. He's gained 15 fucking pounds.
You're morphing into him.
Because he's Lenny, you're just like your alien powers are taking him
Yeah.
over.
I haven't heard him going to 79th
Aren't you happy
Street
I
and
recommend-
Dixie Highway yet, so.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow with a big sty on your eyelid.
Now he's just-
If that happens,
Yeah, now he's
Yeah.
just got to get you on that GHB and go down to Dixie for sure.
no, sir.
Then the circle will be complete. The full.
Yeah, why don't you guys do a Dixie trip?
Well, it's not Dixie anymore. It's 79th Street, Miami. It's too far.
Yeah, that's fucking far.
That's the. That makes Dixie Highway look like a joke.
Is that what you hit when you were down there?
Well, one time after the trapeze would finish at 3, I took a cruise down there. It was just down east. There's
Take a
there's about-
cruise.
Yeah.
3
You go to
a.m.
Liberty City. There's
The
about,
worst part of Miami.
there's about 30 or 40 walking around Liberty City down to the alleys. I mean, that's
You
all
are
it's
a
out.
fucking
30 or 40?
30 or 40. And some very nice looking.
Who the
very
fuck?
freaky.
And what rational person's head would think it's a good idea to go to the worst part of Miami at 3?
Well, there's all those. I'm not the only one
Fucking
coming
love
down there picking them up, Brad. There's about 100 other guys.
I know. I'm just
Picking 'em
saying
up.
it's fucking great.
Just a one time.
Fucking
one, two,
hysterical.
times.
Yeah, just the one time.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm living down there for a break.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, really.
If there was only a camera on you during those trips, holy
Told you every
shit.
time I went down, I was honest.
No, I know.
But
I'm
it-
saying
nothing.
if you
Nothing,
filmed
not a damn thing.
if you filmed it.
Yeah.
So if I move down here, Lenny, and we happen
Another fan that comes and visits and says he's going to move here. Everybody that comes here says they're going to move here. You realize that, right? Hamburg's been saying he's moving here for years.
Oh God,
Hey,
yeah.
Rob Zilla did it. He had enough guts.
He tried to get every one of us to knock his daughter up so he can have a fucking anchor baby over here.
I
Who
wish I
else?
could say I'm probably like 96%. like I said before I even came here, I've
Well, your kids are pretty much
yeah,
grown.
my kids are grown,
13.
except my youngest.
Yeah, you
Reese
could
is
have a few
13.
more in Florida. Why not?
No, negative.
You know what? You get any bigger, you'll be a bigger misfit than Jay.
I have to go for this, my dream, man. I want to earn my pro card at the Masters Nationals in the next couple of years. This is my only opportunity. I'm not getting any younger. I'm definitely not getting any prettier looking.
And 2 years goes by quick, man.
And 2 years goes by quick. You know, it's now. You know, I've caught up with my child support. Everything is great. You know, life for the past 2 years has been totally awesome. You know, I feel now is my time. And I mean, and then how do I shake? I mean, I come here, y'all, you know, welcome, you know, open arms, and I really feel like I'm a part of the family, and I'm just like,
Yeah, man.
I really, how do I say no? How do I say no? I think it's just it just feels right. When something feels right, it feels right. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, and
I don't
if
care what
you-
anybody thinks about my intentions, about anything. Hands down, me and Lenny have goals. They're very close to being the same. And I think I'm hoping to think that I motivated Lenny as the days I've been here, and he's definitely motivated me. Holy
Yeah,
shit, look at me.
Put some fine tuning to my training as far as keep my elbows in on certain chest movements, not lowering all the way.
And he's
on
been
certain
listening.
movements. And the
No, he's very coachable, and he's not a stubborn fuck.
Well, unless unless
If I
you
see
ask
the
for
guy
the
unless-
answer.
Well, it comes up. What do you mean, Jay? Yeah. Well, if you don't do what Jay thinks you should do, you're either gay or you're stupid. If he doesn't like the way you train or whatever you're doing, that's gay. That's stupid. He's a brat. He's a fucking only.
Like when
child.
you-
He's an only child, spoiled fucking brat. Let's
Well,
be
what
honest.
he's
This is
doing
what it
works
is.
for him. Hands down, he's strong. It doesn't work for me, though. I'm sorry. It doesn't work for me.
Everybody's different.
You're right. You're 100%
Your
right.
body
Everybody knows their body, and it's
Responds to different shit. So yeah, and then if that's something you really want to do, and then you don't do it, and a couple years down the road, you're gonna be like, why the fuck didn't I?
yeah, exactly. I will literally. There's no way. I can't do it. This is my only chance, hands down. So within the next month,
You get your ducks in a row.
I'm going back, get my ducks in a row, and packing the wagon, and we.
Move it. You got to move in with Lenny too. That's something you guys.
There's something
Have to throw it around?
We just have to see, have to see what's going on with his current situation about, with this stuff, and if it's something that we have to do to make ends meet for him, ends meet for me, or do whatever we got to do. I'm willing to sacrifice. Today he said he's willing to sacrifice. So and that's what it's about: making sacrifices to get what you want. And we know what we want, and it's right there. You can see it, and I can feel it.
And you got till next Friday at that place, and you don't know where you're going.
Oh, Alain's going to contact him. We have plans made. He's got plans made.
Okay, well, try not to wait till the last minute like last time.
Yeah.
One thing, you gotta fuck it. A week is kind of last minute too.
I saw the NFL. We're having some doubts. Dr. Fauci put his 2 cents in. Does anyone here think they're going to have another COVID cookie cutter shutdown?
No,
Think that's coming.
It's not. They can't.
No.
They can't shut down again. We won't.
The economy,
recover.
no.
Especially not with everything that's going on.
Well, yeah,
right now.
you sent me that article earlier about
Yeah.
that, about them not playing an NFL season, or they should. He advised that they shouldn't.
They might not proceed to phase 2 or phase 3 when they were hoping they would, but they're not going to go back. They can't.
Can't
I hope
just-
not. But possible
can't
gyms closing? Is that a
You
possibility?
can't put
I don't
everybody
think
in
so.
quarantine again.
Yeah. What do you think about those shower curtain type stations at those gyms? I've seen that some of them are putting up almost like a bubble where each bench
front
or
desk.
whatever has
Yeah, UFit has that. In between each machine, they have a
plastic shower
partition.
curtains around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the sections.
So if somebody sneezes on one of those, it's not going to.
Yeah, like Nate, when I said he lived in a bubble, like something similar to that.
You know what? We were in quarantine for what? The world, whatever, for 2 months, and all the protests, rioting, and all this shit just negated all of it. There's
Yep.
no point fucking doing it.
100%.
You just
100%. It took away
The whole
exactly
point. They just ruined
what
the whole
we
point of what they were trying to do is flatten the curve. Or
went out there, hot mouth and
All right,
everything.
2
started
months.
blowing this virus around.
fuck
Yeah,
you, and
here
now
we
it's just
are.
going to spread more.
Here we are.
But they're too busy arresting people going to church and trying to open up their hair salons. But
Or
the
they're
hundreds and thousands of protesters and
little
rioters
steal
and
and
looters, we'll let
everything
them get it out of their system. That's fine.
You get a ticket if you were sitting at the beach. Like,
Yeah, if you were fishing in the middle of a lake, you couldn't do it. My sister was telling me up in New York, they can sit on the beach, but they can't go in the ocean. Why? What the fuck reason can't you go in the ocean for? But you could sit on the beach.
it's all about control.
Who's that coming from? Right. Exactly.
Mayor de Blasio.
Yeah. His
Fuck
wife
these
tried to
idiots.
steal the Lincoln Bible one time. You hear about that story?
No.
She was at something at the White House, and they had the original Lincoln Bible where he swore on it when he did Emancipation Proclamation and stuff, and it was used for a ceremony, and she tried to steal it. She had it in her, and security caught her.
You sure about that?
Yeah. His tan wife. Oh, yeah.
You want to know what I think is funny? Is when, and none of it's funny, but the mayor of Minneapolis, that little
The soy boy.
the storyboard.
Yeah, the man child.
Did you notice when he came on that first day and he was telling his story and how concerned that he felt, and it looked so fake? And guess what? They all saw right through it. The man that he resigns, this and that. Because if you couldn't tell the fakery in that guy from day, and I think he set us back with that bullshit.
All these politicians are fake. They're all phony fucks.
Well, he's the one who took a knee and was bawling his eyes out at the funeral.
Yeah, yeah.
Acting like
Oscar,
Photo op.
100%. He had no clue. He just wanted to jump on the bandwagon to think, oh, here's my opportunity to put myself in.
Well, they were interviewing him, or
Yep.
somebody was interviewing him, and they asked, about defunding the police. No, we're not going to do that. And then they're like, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
No, they ran him out,
Yep.
out of the whole room stage, ready to
Was that-
belt him
I
with
don't understand
rocks.
why that's even a fucking thing. Why would you even? That's the dumbass demand. If you,
Defund them. They want the money they're giving to police towards their programs, Black Lives Matter.
How can you expect to improve a program by taking money away from it? If you want to improve public schools, you don't take money away from it. You put money into it.
right.
Sean Ray had the brilliant idea to have people from that neighborhood police those neighborhoods. What sense does that
right.
make?
Well, like Citizens on Patrol,
So
the
you have
movie
somebody
Police
fighting
Academy.
with
Well, there'll be no corruption then.
Yeah, exactly. Sean Ray, shame on you for what you said at that little race symposium on Dave's show the other day. I thought you had more intelligence than that.
Everybody's very careful with what they're saying too. You'll notice that nobody's
Yep,
really going to
Dave-
say how they.
Dave
really
had
are.
no business trying to get into race relations. He's not. He's far fetched from that, dude. Stick to your freaking little protein powders, and you want to be bodybuilding career that you tried to have but you couldn't.
Who's this?
Palumbo.
And Mark Lobiner
You know,
applauded Keon for leaving.
stay out of politics, bro.
Mark
Stay out of
Lobreiner
politics.
is a pencil neck fucking douchebag.
What-
That fucking guy, I saw because Jay sent me that post of a Mack truck. He posted that black guy in a Walmart or something going up to this twink white kid, sucker punching him and taking something from him.
That was
And
a
they're
complete
laughing.
sucker
at it.
punch.
They're laughing. Like
Disgraceful.
that's funny. And Mark Lobreiner puts a laughy face on there.
Oh, really?
What if that was your son, Lobreiner? You
A lot of
fucking
those sucker
jerk off.
punchers killed people.
That's
with that
not
one
fucking-
punch.
Oh, absolutely. Your
How is
head hits the concrete. That's it.
How
Just
the
like
fuck
that
is that
92-year-old woman, her head almost hit a fire hydrant.
Yep.
And you know they're attacking wimps. I saw a
Yes,
guy
of course. That's why
attack
they just hit that.
this nerdy white guy in like a Macy's, just gets the shit kicked out of him by this jacked up black dude.
And they're going like this. That's
And the guy's like, sorry. What the fuck?
There's
He's
no
just
sorry.
beating the living shit out of him.
You can't take your hands
other
and
guy
rip his eyes out. You could do something. Defend yourself, you coward.
Well, it's a sucker
If you don't
punch.
defend yourself, you don't deserve to live.
Yeah. Like that's fucking funny though, right? But if it was the other way around, then no. That's the thing that these people are just claiming that blacks can't be racist. Yes, they can be.
Well, we were talking before the podcast about the video that happened just before the George Floyd incident in a nursing home. I don't know. For those who don't live in this country, I don't remember what state it happened in, Lenny. but
Michigan.
It was Michigan. Look it up on YouTube. There's I think he was about 20 or 21 young black guy who beat the living shit out of a 78-year-old man in a nursing home.
For no reason.
It got a speck of
The black
attention
man-
on the media.
And the black man was a nurse there, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what made him flip out
He may
like
have been
that.
his roommate. He may have been in a nursing
I don't know.
home
He
as
looked
well.
like he was wearing scrubs
he's
though.
He's one of those. He's one of the taking care of the people.
Nurses aid.
Yeah, one of the nurses' aides.
And
He's getting paid to take care of people. He nearly punched a hole in the guy's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kept punching him in the head. Like,
It's a very
That
disturbing
happens-
video.
That happens
How
so
tough-
often at those
how
places.
tough are you fucking piece of shit coward?
But he steers that through the propaganda machine.
Right.
That's retribution for some so-called. That's got to stop, and that's being taught in the public school. I know that for a fact. In the black churches and in the movies and television shows, they are taught that.
No, I have a guy that I work with, older black man that's a reverend preacher on the side. He does
Some
all
churches
that.
do speak
He's
to
a
that.
very nice guy.
Some churches
he doesn't
don't,
approve
some
of
do.
any of that shit.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't want to be called an Uncle Tom, and I can understand that too. But that's where it takes guts to say what you believe in. And like I said, I don't even legitimize that R word. And another thing I learned from Meow Man, these people can't be reasoned with. You don't even engage with them, or you're a bigger fool than they are.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a warped mind. Really a warped mind that really you don't take it serious. You walk away, and you have to protect yourself. If that means carrying a gun, definitely learn how to fight. Everyone should look at basic fighting skills or punch a bag. Man, woman, children, whatever. Everybody should lift weights. Everyone should attain a certain level of fitness, not only for your own health and well-being, but for protection. Because there's not going to be police everywhere, and they're not able to cover every square inch of everything. I hate it when people say, you see somebody's carjacked, where was the police? How do you expect them to cover every square inch of the bus? Police are here to take care of the aftermath. You have to protect yourself.
Yeah, by the time they show up, the crime's already been fucking committed.
Yes, and you don't go to certain areas. You don't go to certain areas by yourself. And the more intimidating you are, believe me, that's a deterrent. There's many times I went into despicable places because of my size or thinking I was an undercover officer. And Mark going, this guy, he's got both. He looks like an officer, and he was one. That's going to be a deterrent. I went to an all-black club. You think if I was a skinny wimp, pencil neck, they see the size of my neck and traps it with my eyes bugged out.
Yeah, they want nothing to do with you.
By the time I got locked up, I was
Absolutely not.
I was in the holding cell. In fact, 2 days after Christmas, and my mother's chewing me out on the payphone. And you guys, before me, I saw white guys getting on the payphone and black guys screaming at them, "Get off the phone, cracker! I need to make my calls." And the reason I knew is because when I was left there, the corrections officer was sitting in the room and says, "I never seen anybody on the phone that long." And I was like, whatever, but.
Well, that's when you were 400
pounds. And she screamed me, called me stupid for like a half an hour. And nobody said a word, not a peep. And the guy said, "I never saw that before." I should say, "You never saw a freak like me before," but you have to, don't be lazy. When you're, as a man, you're required upon yourself to maintain physical fitness, strength, and a fighting ability, and intelligence, and to be able to work hard. You have to. That's your responsibility. And a lot of these Antifa members, see, that's where they look how they are. They don't want to work. They want other people's money. They don't like to train. They just want to sit around and look at porn all day and smoke weed, and bitch and moan. That seems to be the majority of them. And they see rich people, they're jealous and think they have it entitled to their money.
Antifa jerk-offs with the skateboards.
Yeah.
They're not real skateboarders. They just carry that because it's a convenient weapon.
What is a real skateboarder, Brad?
You could tell by the bottom of the board if it's just scratched up at all that they actually do anything.
Okay, next time I'll check bottoms of skateboards.
Yeah. They're what you call
You're Brad or
they're what you call a poser. But a skateboard is a nice weapon.
Speaking from experience.
Well, the trucks on the bottom are metal.
Yeah.
And they're light. The wood on there is very strong. It's very strong wood.
Jumping them outside of Cumberland Farms out in West Boca, right?
Pomps,
I hang out by the trailer park.
Pomps ever beat anyone with a skateboard?
Pomps just film everything.
Was Pomps a poser or a real skateboarder?
No, he was all right.
Good.
Was he as good as Nate? Nate posts his tricks.
I told Nate not to do it. Next thing you know, he's posting up busted up feet, bruised feet.
For
No
his,
shit.
What
his
happened,
size,
Nate?
being able to do that without breaking the board, that shows you how strong that wood is.
Just like I told Jalen Chance, I'm not wishing anything on him, but once I mentioned it to him, soon enough, he broke his foot. And he's like, "I was going to cookie cutter skateboarding, Lenny. You were right." Nate messaged me back.
Yeah, I stopped doing that shit when I was like 19, I think. I was like, that's it. I can't afford to get
Just
hurt.
like I stopped shooting basketball at 19.
I was 15.
I loved it.
I used to have a Mike McGill Snake and Skulls.
I didn't know you shot basketball.
with independent
Yeah.
trucks.
Basketball. I was
Rat bone wheels.
I could dunk in high school. So I'm 190 pounds. I was doing a vertical leg press, which Redcon has a old-fashioned vertical leg press.
Oh, yeah.
That builds your hamstring jumping ability the way it is. Oh, yeah.
What else is going on in the world we can talk about? I'm trying to think.
More lifting. Me eat more. Me lift more.
Yeah. And learn more.
Or what does Jay say? Shoot gear, drink beer.
Stay queer.
I wish you came here.
Me and Lenny came up with the 3 B's as the bitches, bodybuilding, and what was the
butt sex.
What's up?
I think it was eating or
Yeah, eating
sleeping,
starts with a
training,
B, you fucking
and women.
dipshit.
That's
He
like
just
your-
said 3 B's.
That's like your once a week treat. Once a week treat.
What's once a week treat?
Try to mingle with some women. Sexual turn on.
Beating off. Starts with a B.
After a teenager, it's not even fun to beat off anymore. It's really not.
So what are we doing this Saturday night, Lenny? Would you like to talk
I want
about
to make
that?
an announcement. I'm going
Please
on the
do.
New Universal Order podcast with Adam McLeod. He has a brand new studio. It's interesting to see how it contrasts with ours. I'm very excited in anticipation. I know he's got some good topics in the works.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
The thing about Adam McLeod is he knows a little bit about everything. He can touch on all different topics. It's not going to be, say, wrestling or this and that. It can be political, philosophical, basically anything. So I'm looking forward to it. Not that we don't do that here, but to branch off like that.
I'm going to go and film. You're going, right, Jason?
Yes, sir.
You're going to try to go.
Yeah, I told him the earliest I get. He wants to start it at 5:30. The earliest I can get off is 5. But Saturday's usually a fucking pain in the ass because people don't like to come to work Saturday. So I always do extra work. So if I get out at 6, we'll see.
And this
See
is-
how far you guys are into it.
This is like the official New Universal Order Studios. Is
Yes.
that what Is that what we're
Yes.
going to?
Does he have
Brand new.
Does he have a wrestling ring in there or something?
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
He's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
How come most wrestling fans are out of shape? What the fuck is that? How can you watch these guys that are fucking, for the most part, or back when we were watching it, we're all, like Ultimate Warrior, Sid Vicious, these guys are all jacked up. Why wouldn't that, inspire you to go to the fucking gym?
I always thought it did. That was like me being a wrestling fan. I love.
I'll ask him
wrestling.
on Saturday. I'm not, whatever. Why the fuck doesn't he get his fat ass into the gym? You hear me, McCuck? I'm going to ask you on Saturday.
He was going, right?
Yeah, he was making sure he was showing himself, filming his feet at 5 a.m. going to fucking LA Fitness like he's fucking hardcore here, like whoa, and then playing with, and then fucking playing with the ropes. You're not in a fucking playground. You're in a fucking gym. Get on the fucking weights, McLeod. Jesus Christ.
This was back in November and December, if I remember. That was before I quit lifting for 6 months.
But remind me to bring that up on Saturday, which I will. Hopefully I can get there and break his balls.
I'm eating a turkey wrap. I'm going to try not to do it into the mic.
Sunday is Father's Day, so get some book cameos with Big Lenny
Oh, that's right.
for a Father's Day greeting. I've been getting a lot recently.
You got to do
It's
those.
unique. I enjoy interacting with you maniacs. So nothing better to give a greeting for your father from me, because I respect
Nothing
fatherhoods
better.
even though I'm not a father. And of course, the three of you gentlemen here,
know that for a fact?
it's possible. Most likely not, but I really haven't.
You don't think nutting in one of those crack whores 20 years ago?
I only nutted in 2.
Which orifice?
You only nutted in 2.
Exactly. But all you guys, it's nothing better than that's what it's all about, being a father.
You did so much shit.
Everybody looks at, look at on my Instagram, look at this, my car, my sunglasses, my shoes, whatever. But when someone says, look at these kids, I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, unfortunately, we can't put our kids online unless we want them attacked too, because these people are fucking animals.
You know what? Whatever kills them makes them stronger. Get them out there. Get them
Nah,
stronger.
dude, the way shit is.
The way shit is, people should be looking, hey, I'm the underdog.
No, kids should be less online and more out fucking side. That's another part of the problem of these fucking jerk offs in the streets and doing all this. They're all out there with their fucking phones. They got to get I got to film this. Everybody's looking for a viral video.
When I was a kid,
everybody just put
you
your
could-
phone down and
You
experience.
could barely
life.
get on a baseball field or a basketball court. Not anymore. You always see open baseball
Empty now.
fields.
Empty.
Baseball fields were packed in my hometown.
I got to take a quick vote among all of you. Our boy ZC Only Transform X just commented here, because it's podcast number 66. He says, call J Cream on the phone, even if it's just for 20 seconds. There's only one podcast 66.
Let's do it. Call Jason up.
Okie doke.
Have you met Jason yet since you've been down here?
Have I met Jason yet?
Did you do that with it? Tell me later. I want to hear how that went.
You have some
We'll
footage.
talk about
You have
it
some
after.
footage for the Prince, right?
Yes, I do.
Exclusive.
I could tell he extorted your ass. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tell by your face.
You gonna tell Jason you're on a podcast or not? Keep it secret.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Fangirl.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Kim called to check up on me?
Yeah, well, I'm actually calling you because we're currently doing podcast number 66. And we thought it would only be fitting, well, ZC Only did, and we agree with him, that we speak to you just for 2 minutes to see how you're doing, since this is number 66. So if you want to speak to the Maniacs and the Piss Troopers, let them know what's going on with you and how you're doing.
So everything's going fine. I'm doing fine. I'm hanging in there.
How's your break from social media going?
Good.
No withdrawal symptoms or anything?
Everything's fine, man. Everything's fine.
Okay, that's good. Anything else you want to say?
Not that.
We have Jason here from Louisiana.
Right.
He's about to tell us how much money you extorted from him the other day.
I gotta get off the phone. I can't take this. I can do
You fucking pussy.
Bye. Toodaloo. So how much money has he extorted since it was brought up? Spill it.
Fucking knew it. He gets everybody that comes here. He fucking
Here's the one thing that I can say, though.
damn it. He didn't fucking warn
Glad you brought that up, Brad.
Anything that I did for him was between me and him, and it wasn't like Jason didn't come to me. I reached out to him, so everybody knows how he is.
Yeah, so you knew going in.
Right, I knew going into it. You know, and I know he's been having a little bit of trouble, so I had no problem. So I'm not going to disclose.
Created by himself. That's another thing in these fucking.
Yes.
Guess what? You fucking assholes doxed the wrong fucking person. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
if anybody's thinking anything different, look, Jason.
That guy, I don't blame him for being as pissed as he was because what the fuck did he ever do to any? You start posting all this shit online and trolling him. Some people don't react good to that, man.
Right.
And you know what? Hey, Jason he got away with Order 66 and a lot of motherfuckers over the years. He's lucky that shit. I've said it before. He's lucky that shit didn't happen a while ago.
Right.
And all these assholes that say, "Oh fuck
but
him, he needs to get off." You got your wish. Now his YouTube is fucking deleted. Mission accomplished. To you asshole trolls that have to go cross the line with your fucking doxing bullshit. I don't fucking endorse any of that shit.
Right.
You don't fucking dox people.
No, you're right.
That's
100%.
coward fucking bullshit. When they hide behind fake profiles and think they're fucking tough and can say all kinds of shit, put your family out there, put your business out there, even though you can find out anything. Once they saw you, they found out your fucking name. You posted all
everything.
They made a new Instagram, a fake Instagram of you, putting your old pictures on there. I saw. I'm like, is that really him? But then I read the caption, and it's the fucking troll. But hey, listen.
Hey, that flatters me, to be honest.
I don't blame his uncle for getting pissed. I really don't.
And I don't blame Jason for wanting to take a break either.
Yeah, he needed to get off for a little while. His shit was getting very fucking repetitive, stale, boring, just ignoramus shit.
He talked to me. He said he'd like his break. He'd like to get it through at least to like the first.
He doesn't ever want to take a fucking break.
First of what? What month?
January.
January 1st? He'll never hold out that long.
No fucking.
That's what
chance.
he's trying to look at. And
He
then
didn't start. I thought he started another channel though.
He does. He says he has his Instagram, but he's not.
No, but I thought he started another YouTube channel.
Not that I know of. He has his Instagram, Lord Vader page. I know, but I don't think he has another YouTube channel.
Because he said he was starting to film with Jonas again, which is
And I saw that in that last.
Which is
thing.
another one. Whenever something happens with Jason, he reaches out to Jonas, gets back in the picture, and then Jason will fuck him over again. He fucks Jonas over every time they end up doing shit. When
He said he wants to take some time off.
We're gonna do this and that, and then Jason will fuck Jonas over, and then
He wants to take some time off, come back after the first, and he wants to compete again.
oh, good
See how that
fucking
goes.
God, he wants to compete again because he knows
On the bus go round and round.
he knows that's the only way he'll get views is if he's competing.
Thanks, Andrew. You give me a turkey wrap, contributing to my growing.
Who the fuck
Thank
wants
you
to
very
watch
much.
that fat slob eat?
Water and turkey wrap.
They love.
Pure components of muscle.
I've been trying to contribute to my own growing. But
He wants to compete again
Give
just
it time.
because
Got muscle memory.
if Lenny's still doing it, if you're gonna do, he knows that's what gets him the most views. Even though he doesn't realize people are laughing at him, not with him, he will continue to get on a bodybuilder stage and be a complete fucking embarrassment, and he doesn't care because it gets fucking views.
Right.
And people like the train wreck.
I told him if he could come in shape, look, 7% body. If he could just
Dude,
one
don't
time
waste your
bite the
fucking
bullet.
breath.
Oh, I know.
Everybody's told him that.
if.
Everybody's
That's the
told
key word. If.
He has no self-control. When it comes to food, he's got no self-control.
If he takes this time off, let's say he does stay away for the 6 months, and actually comes back and he says, "I'm going to freaking compete this year." Would you believe it more in a comeback after taking the 6 months off and kind of reflecting and looking back at himself, or you think he's just too far gone?
He's way far gone. He's past the point of no return,
Right.
in my opinion. And he's not. He does not have the mental capacity to be using fucking drugs.
He doesn't even
He should not be. He should not
guess
be
what?
administering the shit by himself. He would shoot it in his shoulders, and his whole fucking arm would swell up because he doesn't shoot shit properly. He'll use the same fucking dirty needle
for
three
local
fucking
shows
times.
and what he's doing. You don't need it.
He's not supposed to.
Is that when he lied and said it was a spider bite?
Well, he told his mama. It was
I
a spider.
remember that.
She took him to get antibiotics.
I remember that.
I'm like, Jason, what the fuck? One fan came and visited from like Spain or something, went to Jason's house and filmed Jason shooting in his arm. And he sent me the video. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I said to Jason, why are you letting random people film you do that shit? First of all, it's fucking illegal, but you could say it's just oil. I mean, there's always an out with that shit.
Right.
And, you know, he's an imbecile. He's a fucking, he has no business doing any of that shit.
When you're only carrying that much muscle, like you have no idea where it's just strictly diet. Like he literally just
No,
from
he
straight
doesn't.
up
But
diet.
he does not.
No,
He does
no,
not.
They've got to have the whole.
He doesn't lift properly, dude.
No, that's
does
one thing
not-
I've seen. I've never seen him.
Have you
actually
ever seen him
train through a whole workout, except for the PJ work? Anytime somebody was training him for that day or something,
You'd have to live with him 24/7. Supervise him in the gym, supervise his diet, supervise everything. Just the way Adam Harper tried to do, but he didn't live with him, so he couldn't do it to that extent. But to holding him accountable, looking through his wallet for receipts, training him.
But that will make
got him
you-
in pretty
that-
good shape.
so anybody that does that will become fucking crazy.
Yeah,
You will lose your mind if you spend that much time with that man. It's just like Jay. I can't wait for that fuck to get back on the road. He's been here for a fucking month. I had enough of him after a fucking week.
You're like-
and everybody's like, so they say you're so fucking mean.
You know,
to Jay.
you're like Dr. Leo Marvin, and What About Bob?
Oh, yeah.
And he's Bill Murray, just showing up at your house every night.
Yeah.
Brad,
You know, I
Brad.
told you guys the last week when we filmed, and why is Brad so angry at Jay? Well, they don't see what happens off camera. And when
they
this
don't.
fat cocksucker comes over to my house,
Jay, no.
me, you, and Valerie are standing in the kitchen waiting for everybody to get there. All of a sudden, he shows up at the back door and starts yanking on the fucking door. It's locked. He's yanking on it a couple times. I'm like, Jay, it's fucking locked. Why would you yank on it more than once? Or why wouldn't you turn the knob first? I'm like, you're going to break my fucking door? This isn't your house.
He was pissed.
I'm like, you go to the front door and you knock or ring the fucking doorbell. You don't live here, asshole. I'm like, you're going to pay for those fucking doors if you break them? And then he's got a smart ass remark. Well, I wouldn't, if this was my house, I wouldn't use the front door. I'm like, well, it's not your fucking house, asshole. He always tries to justify what he does. Oh, and he's Mr. fucking know-it-all. He's got everything you do. He just doesn't shut the fuck up. I swear to God, you would think he's on Adderall constantly, but he's not. The other day, I wish I was with you guys at the fucking gym. Oh, my God. Him sitting on that fucking preacher curl machine doing nothing. What the fuck is the matter with you?
It spoke for itself. I didn't need to say anything.
No, I know, but
just-
get the fuck up. There's people there. Why are you taking up a machine like an old asshole? What did he do? Just fucking follow you around the gym?
that's it.
But he's sitting like 10, he's not even involved in the conversation, just sitting like 10 feet away, looking from afar.
I like
This is probably why he didn't want to show up tonight either.
Oh, Keith? Yeah. Don't expect to see Keith again. That was just a random encounter.
That's what's great about going to a public
Yeah, I
gym.
know.
Though.
We haven't been to the gym
He
at that
actually looked
time.
more
and-
like Dr. McCoy, come to think of it. Like than Spock. A little bit like, you remember Dr. They called him Bones.
Star Trek?
Kirk, yeah.
I'll have to look him up.
You look just like Lenny more than me. A small version.
Actually, I think some people in the comments were saying he looks like my brother. Like my older,
Yeah, they did.
yeah.
They sure did.
Like I sneaked my older brother in the gym. Hey, let's get him on camera, but pretend I don't know him.
Yeah, that's slick. I like when you said, "Wow, you look like somebody from Star Trek."
Did. First thing I thought of.
But that's good. He was, he's okay with the ball breaking. That's another thing that this, world needs, is to be able to take a fucking joke.
You hear that,
Get your balls broken a little. Who
Shannon
cares?
Sharp?
They think these. I don't know. It's not just young people. It's everybody in general. They're just looking for something.
Everyone's so on edge now.
Yeah.
Highly emotional state.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Everyone in this country just needs to let the emotions calm down, and let's just use logic to figure all this shit out.
Historically, life is so easy now that people need some type of controversy and challenge in their life that they're not getting.
You're kind. I agree with that.
Years ago, living it just, especially in Florida, no AC, no 911, no electricity, nothing. I mean, you better have
200 years
strong
ago.
men
It's a
with
lot.
guns
lot
in your house.
A lot less than that. Try 100 years ago.
Yeah, and it's a survival of the fittest. You could starve to death.
Spoiled brats,
You could
man.
be no water. You could die so easily back then.
This is
no ambulance. It's just unreal what things
This
were
is
back then.
this is the everyone gets a trophy generation growing up, and when they take over this country, boy, we'll see.
Well, they got a little taste
Hopefully
of it.
not. Hopefully I'll be dead.
The way the Orientals defend their businesses, like I said, when they surrender to China, which may happen 20 years down the road or sooner, they're going to get that type of discipline.
We'll see. Not getting any discipline now. You're just fucking letting them run right over top of them, and it's a fucking shame.
Yeah, I just don't get that.
I don't
At
understand.
what point does it stop? You know
What happened to
we
fire
need to-
hoses? Why don't they use fucking fire hoses?
Ah, that's so. I love that too.
Just hose them the fuck down.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
you need to
Go
cool
home.
off.
Bring out the German
Come
Shepherd.
over here. But I mean, at what point? Like y'all said before, what are the demands?
Yeah, let's
What-
negotiate.
What are you asking for?
Right.
Let's start working towards that, and so we can get from why y'all all still in Minneapolis?
Okay, and what
taking
if
our precinct?
part of their negotiations are the most ridiculous demands there are? Like, didn't those people from CHOP submit a list of demands?
Yeah.
Then we shut it down. Then if
And
they know, then we shut it down. And look,
Well, there's
'cause
always
at some point the somebody's going to win.
it's called bargaining. It's just like when
Right.
you always ask for the most and you settle. You kind of meet each other in the middle. So what the
And you can
fuck
work on everything
do
later
you
on.
people want right now? What does everybody want?
What will make you happy?
Free TVs, free sneakers.
TVs,
I don't know.
free
They already got all. They already got all that shit.
think-
They stole everything.
Same things they were stealing in the Watts riot in L.A. in 65. TVs, goods like that. Same damn thing they're stealing. What is it, 55 years later?
You know what sucks? This is what people aren't even really getting. All of the small businesses that just came back.
That's what I was saying on the last podcast. Now,
All of them that just came
way
back,
to kick them while
just
they're
got
down.
robbed.
Fucking
Yeah.
assholes.
You exactly hit the nail on the head. Like what in the who? I don't give a crap what color you are. Who gives you the right to come take away from something that's not yours? Period.
Communists believe that. That's their whole philosophy. Spread the wealth.
You claim that somebody took your freedom when it was yours, then you're going to come back and do the same shit and want different results? Come on now.
Somebody's rich, they think somebody got there unjustly, and they deserve part of it.
Yeah, like they didn't work hard to get what they got.
The more rich people in a country, the better. Did a poor person ever hire anybody? No.
It's the uber rich, they call it. 1%. You're Jeff Bezos. The Elon Musks. Who are the top?
Bezos is the one who founded Amazon, right? Did I ever tell you the story about that?
Yeah.
That in New York, he went to the same dentist that I went to. And I think it was 1996 or 1997. I went for just a general, routine checkup and cleaning. And as my dentist was looking at my teeth, he goes, the guy I saw before you, he's out there, man. He's a little kooky. I'm like, why? What's up? He said, he's moving out to California. He's giving everything up. He's moving out to California to start his own business, something called Amazon.com. Good luck to him. Like, he just totally poo-pooed it.
luck.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
He was just so dismissive of it. And oops.
Andrew only has fat-free milk in his fridge. Known homosexual. Who would drink fat-free milk?
Does he really?
Yes.
And how much do you weigh, Andrew?
190 right now?
And you don't have any
With
breathing.
that-
You don't have any breathing problems.
No,
hypertension.
none.
Oh, hush it.
you don't turn purple when you lift.
No.
Talking about. Wow, I wish the bullshitter was here so I could fuck with him. God damn.
Talking to Meow Man, who hasn't taken a shot
figure.
in over a year, takes nothing, is maintaining anywhere from 205 to 215. When he gets the pump, still has great physique. Lean, muscular, strong. He feels great. Trains all the time. He's running sprints, mowing the lawns up there.
He needs to do more training videos. The last one he did was good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw he did a
he's-
couple Q&A videos.
Yeah.
I like those too.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. He's
He's well spoken too.
YouTube, Stray Strength 650. Go subscribe.
I always
He-
like
he-
when Kalora posts shit.
he's done it all at very high levels and never really reached his potential, which is amazing.
Well, he had that blood pressure, right? What do you have?
He had a type
After he had his hernia.
yeah, he had that, but He had an appendectomy, but he had a buildup of calcium in his
No,
arteries.
but that's what happened after the hernia. He was saying that's when he found out about it.
Yeah, but I think he's doing fine now.
Yeah. So I know he had to take the blood. Was it blood pressure medication he has to take?
Yeah, I think he still takes it.
Yeah. He's my age. You know,
Yeah, Tom Brady age.
Those early days of taking all that juice.
It worked.
It worked, but now, you know.
He's got muscle for life. He's kept most of it. He's got muscle memory.
Yeah.
You want to get that size when you're young. That's why I tell you maniacs. Anybody could be another Andrew Calor. He just did the right things at the right time. And as a teenager, he started off with an anabolic like an equipoise. Or like Anavar would be good. That's what I would recommend any father give their high school athlete, Anavar.
I'm not giving my son Anavar.
Who said your son?
You always say that to me.
Well, you should have listened.
Jason, you have teenage kids, right? Little Anavar.
I can't think of anything
My
drawback.
kid touched. I honestly believe I didn't touch anything until, and actually it was legal when I grabbed it because I was in Mexico and it was before '91. So I grabbed my first little. I think I knew nothing about it, but I grew up around it because, like I said, my dad.
So where'd your dad
He was
have his
doing it.
stuff?
Where do you have it?
Yeah.
Right in the cabinet bin.
Your father was a
It wasn't
bodybuilder.
illegal.
He was a bodybuilder.
Like in the vitamin in the kitchen, the vitamin.
Yeah, you
supplement?
want to invite him? It was all sitting right there. Back before they made it a Schedule 3. I mean,
Why write the vitamin C?
you can get it. You can get it right at any local gym, and
Nobody was dying back then.
nobody was dying.
I
Back
remember when I first moved down here in 1998. You can buy androstenedione in Walmart.
Yeah.
And it was very popular then because Mark McGuire claimed he was using
But
it. When he,
muscle tech, that stuff really worked. I did a Nord testing and a testing cycle with for muscle tech, and let me tell you something. That stuff worked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow.
Just a steroid that wasn't on the ban list. They could tweak the molecule many different ways.
I think it hyped up your natural levels to where it's what synthetic testosterone does. It pushes your levels up, and if a regular pill can do it, doesn't matter whether you shoot it or not. It's still gonna get the same effect. Won't be as last as long. Won't be as potent. But then when you start to get into your anadrals and your dinabols and stuff like that just makes you a monster. Look, I don't care how strong you think you are. Take Anadrol, and it'll put you at the spot that you want it to be, and then some.
And it's better. The more strong you are naturally, hell, keep going.
Yeah, I don't agree with look, if train for many years first. If you decide you want to do some cycles, train first.
At
Get some
least
years on
9
it.
months.
What do you think a good
minimum.
What do you think a good age to start with is? Training.
Training?
Yeah.
At least I think 12 years old.
Yeah.
12 because it's a little bit more body development. Don't train super hard at that, and then once you get your 60, they say your that a male's platelets stop at like 60.
Yeah, that's what my
to
father
18.
didn't want me to do until I was 14.
And once that happens, then you can start hammering on it. That's when I started really lifting heavy when I was 16.
But when I was 12, I wanted to lift so bad, do push-ups and stuff. My father used to take a chain and a padlock and lock his weights up because I was messing around with him. So I couldn't get in there anyway. He says, hey, you're not going to stunt your growth just for a few pounds of muscle now.
But he let you do push-ups.
Yeah, well, I did those on my own. Sit-ups, fine with that. A lot of sit-ups.
Yeah,
It
like
was
these
fun.
assholes over the quarantine acting like they're fucking making some kind of breakthrough with their home workouts and using all these weird shit. Push-up, sit-up, chin-up, body squats. You can do single calf raises. It's so fucking simple. They act like they're reinventing the wheel.
I know.
All these douchey fitness fucks on YouTube and Instagram got to show. Oh, try this, yeah. Subscribe to me and pay this for my home workouts.
Larry Wheels lifting his couch.
is that what they were saying?
Oh, dude, everything's for fucking free online. You can pretty much. It's so you learn that shit in kindergarten. Like, get the fuck.
But
out of
anybody, you want to raise your own hormone levels, testosterone has been proven scientific fact. Get out there and run rin sprints. We used to run 100 with a parachute, walk it back, sprint 100, walk it back, sprint 100. 5 of those out in this Florida heat when I was almost 400 pounds.
You can get a parachute at the sporting goods store.
Now you can. We got it through the mail. I think I threw mine. I still mine. Andrew
I'd
still
love
has
to
one.
see
He's
you
up
running down the street with a parachute on your back.
I want to feel it.
I love to see him
Great.
running down the street.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wanna
you-
see
When's
that.
the last time you actually ran?
Not since I was real heavy. Of course, I've had busted my arch.
When that tranny was chasing him down the street with a knife.
broke the arch on my foot. What was that? What's that called when you get that?
Plantar fasciitis.
It's horrible because I was 400 pounds running it. But I was pretty good for 400. And we run
Broke
windy.
the arch on my foot. Okay,
Oh,
that's a
horrible,
new
man.
one.
That's like walking on pebbles and rocks when you have
torture
that. That
for-
is awful.
It was torture for a good 6 months, but that's what happens when you sprint with that weight. But I wasn't bad. I mean, on the parachute, I mean, I did it. I didn't quit. It was horrible.
You think you could do it now?
If I'm slowly ease into it, I have to find a good field and good shoes, but I think so.
Didn't you used to do it at Patch Reef Park?
Patch Reef, we did it. Over in Lake Ida Road, we did it. Fantastic hamstring exercise.
That's a
I mean,
nice
my
park,
hamstrings
Patch Reef.
grew from that more than any kind of lifting. They would get so thick from those sprints. Of course, it wasn't look like you're sprinting, but we were going 100%.
Look at sprinters. Look at sprinters' legs.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a skinny leg sprinter?
No.
Their legs are massive because of that short, quick muscle
And
fibers.
I've heard
It's
six
that
stories.
explosiveness.
And they run every day, right?
Supposedly one
And
sprinter.
they don't
back-
have to run. They don't run every day, but they're pretty close. I mean, to get that type of speed,
Jay would
they
say
have to
that.
run.
Jay
every
would
day.
say that's gay. Too much. All you need to do is run once a week.
Yeah, okay.
a week.
That's why you
You wanna
split your
build.
quads from your tendons.
He's in the comments section saying, "I'm at home eating, sleeping, and growing." Oh God. He's got to quote you. That's that's what he always says.
Well, actually, that's a great thing to say. I mean, that's a key to
He's
bodybuilding
about to
right
go.
there.
He's
Eat,
about to
sleep,
go
lift,
take
and
a bath in mommy's pool and do another drunk live. Put his foot in his mouth again, and maybe this time he'll get his YouTube fucking deleted.
Tell him drunk pool lives matter.
What a dope. What a sage.
I'm amazed he still has his Instagram after
He
that.
wants to just sabotage himself. If you're starting a YouTube channel, why the fuck would you go and do that shit, man? Especially now with what's going on. Use your
There's
fucking
people out
brain.
there looking, finding it.
Yeah,
Those who
man.
try- you see that woman that
Oh,
said
yeah.
something about, she said nothing wrong, is you should be burning an American flag? I sent the link.
Well, if you look at the subreddit group that was posted to, it's all people being filmed saying racist shit, horrible shit. Yeah, take a look at that whole subreddit.
What is that one called?
Public. Oh shit.
Lenny, have you
gotta
ever
look.
been to any other big bodybuilding shows besides the Olympia?
Well, I competed in the southern states, but
But I'm talking about pro shows. Any big events or anything like that back in the 90s and stuff?
in the 80s, I went to the Pennsylvania Bodybuilding Championship in downtown Pittsburgh at the Soldiers and Sailors Hall.
You've never been to a Nationals, a USA?
No, we were going, but no, I never did. I never been to the Olympia actual event. We were at the Las Vegas Lounge that night.
We got to get. Look, let me tell you something. You know, for the true bodybuilders, like that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate trip. I've been to probably about 7 Nationals, about 6 USAs, 10 Olympias, and the experience
Wow.
outside going through these expos and meeting all these guys, it's so incredible.
Yeah, we went to the Olympia Expo.
The
That's good.
90s. You talk about look.
We had a good time at the Olympia Expo, except for Jay's fucking crying the whole
Nasser
goddamn time.
was probably one of the nicest guys.
He
I ever
drove
met.
me fucking crazy
know.
there too.
Yeah. I heard he would give people advice.
He was
real open about
he was
things.
very heavy in Vegas. He had a hard
Oh, you're talking
time.
about Jay?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
he barely walked,
really
bro.
heavy.
He was.
Yeah.
He looks
was not in
like
good
he looks
shape.
like how I feel right now.
Well, me and him tried to bulk up as big as we could, and I wasn't doing
You
too
were
good.
miserable too, but you weren't complaining like he
That's
was.
because he was sleeping in the room.
No, he can't. When we went to the Olympia, the car ride over there, he was just like he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was just. I snapped on him, but he
I think he may have been a little nervous. He was at be face to face with some of the people he talks shit about.
It was funny when PJ was there. He was actually
Lenny,
hiding behind.
look, there's Voodoo. Oh, you missed him.
Voodoo.
Voodoo's
I'm
the black
back
one.
here.
Yeah, I got
Back and say hi.
2 new cats back in November.
What's the other one's name?
Bolo, named after Bolo Young.
What?
Yeah,
Like your little.
that's the black one. Voodoo
Bolo.
right there. See, Lenny, turn around.
You got
See him?
Voodoo.
You got an all orange one too. Yeah,
Come on.
he's
Here.
actually getting brave. This one.
Come on.
Come here.
Where's Bolo?
He's in my room.
I love seeing Bolo dominate Revenge of the Dragon, the other one with Van Damme, Bloodsport.
yeah.
Which movie?
Both of them.
Like a little scar on his eye.
What is that?
Bloodsport?
The Dragon and Bloodsport.
Enter the Dragon and Bloodsport. Yep.
Dominated
Yeah.
people. And that was the
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I
Chong
could
Li.
look at him. That's a Diana
Chong
Ball
Li.
look.
You are
Oh, yeah,
next.
yeah,
You
yeah.
make chicken bread.
To a T,
Yep.
watery,
No,
big,
hit back.
Yeah.
strong, feeling good, athletic.
Old wrestlers. Yeah.
Just toying with people. Pure Diana Ball.
All right, I'm going through the
His
comments.
son's a monster too. You can look him up on YouTube. He does pull-ups with one finger.
Bolo was a
Bolo
big-
Young's son.
That's a Chinese bodybuilder.
Yep.
I didn't know him until watching my dad, and he used to come up in all the bodybuilding magazines. And then I saw him on Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
I like when he fucked up that Slav from Revenge of the Nerds in Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Ogre.
Oh yeah,
Ogre.
yeah.
Ogre in the head.
Oh, what was his? I'm trying to remember his name in Bloodsport. Shit.
Those movies were funny.
Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson.
That's right.
Ray Jackson.
Remember the Revenge of the Nerds, the second one they did in Fort Lauderdale, when
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale
Yep.
was a big spring break.
And Ogre became a nerd.
I wonder if they can get away with making a movie like that now. They're calling somebody nerds.
Yeah,
They're
that's
bullying
true.
them.
Could you imagine if they made like another Walking Tall from back in the Sheriff Pusser days and that?
With the one with The Rock?
Not the one with the Rock.
The
Before
original.
that, the original.
Oh, I never even saw that. Any good questions, Bard, to read?
There's a few
Comments?
asking about Big Rob, which I don't even know why. Big Rob Fitness.
I have a feeling we're going to address that Saturday at the New Universal Order podcast.
Yeah, that's Adam's axe to grind. I don't know why he keeps fucking giving that guy any
And
attention.
again, who am I? I'm mad about the administrator, the bitch, the anonymous bitch that wants to fire me over something that I didn't do at work, wasn't illegal. Didn't want to speak to me after
Yeah,
28
okay,
years
at
of
this-
service, sweating, something heavy. Let's call Lenny, whatever,
It's bullshit that somebody would call. Who knows if it was him or
That's
not?
expected.
Whatever.
But that's who my thing is.
Exactly. It's the fucking management there. They're assholes.
Woman. And I hate how they say that woman's a tough cookie because she runs her mouth. Yeah, she's a great leader. Yeah, right. Name one. Lori Lightfoot. Looks like Beetlejuice.
Have Big Swole give a quick bio. He already did. Have Lenny tell us what he went through from the move up until now. That's from Paul Brawl.
Which move?
Well, it was just a last minute thing because our plans fell through. But luckily, Aladdin found me a place in Boca, which is a great location. Get some good sleep and some training and be able to film a lot of videos. I'll be gone next Friday, but
Is there any other chicks that pull in fucking geriatrics or what?
a couple. There's some. Yeah, we saw a few nice girls.
Yeah.
The second time I went with Jay,
Yeah.
it was younger.
Actually, it was a nice black girl. I opened the door to throw some garbage out late last night, and she stopped her car and she says, "I'm looking for room 215. It's supposed to be by the fitness center." And I'm thinking, maybe she's coming to see Jay Swole. I didn't want to say. And I said, it's got to be on the same level because you're it might be the left to you, or it might be because I think you're the one on the end. But she got out of her car and she came back. She couldn't find it. And I was going to say, well, you want to come in my room? But she's kind of small. But
But you got scared? You got too
no, I
nervous?
just, got to eat, sleep, and grow like Jay.
You got to be a freak. I want to hear a good intro and outro.
Is he
song
up on
for
there?
us.
Did he
Yeah.
comment? What did he say?
Song.
He's making an intro for us for the YouTube.
Instead
for
of
the
us
podcast.
playing
Yeah.
copyrighted shit. I said that at the beginning, didn't I?
Yep.
All right, don't forget.
Taco Queen is at home doing laundry and cleaning like she should be.
Good girl.
Hey, no.
Check out the Leo and Longevity podcast.
He's going to be interviewing me on Monday. He reached out to me.
Great.
He wants to have me on.
Nice.
Monday or Tuesday, we're going to do it.
He's got a good spectrum of people.
Yeah.
Best kept
Yeah, he
secret
seems
on
like a
YouTube, Maniacs.
We got to get him some more subscribers. I don't even think he has 2,000.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey, they're going to come. They're going to come.
He interviews a lot of people, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Boston Lloyd,
Good.
Leo and Longevity. Go check him out.
Tony Huge, myself, Meow Man, Andrew Calora, former ex-mobster.
You watched all?
Lenny, look. See him?
That's Bolo.
No, that's Voodoo.
Voodoo. Come on.
Andrew's gonna have both these cats fat as Kimbo soon. Watch.
This one's getting there. The other one's skinny. The other one's still very young. So
Why didn't Lenny apply for PUA? He would qualify and get at least 800.
Yeah,
a
Jay
week.
Swole is going to help me out with that once he gets back. So,
I think they go back too from when you.
yeah,
Yes,
I
they
know.
do.
I'm a mess. But
From the jump.
He has no sense of urgency when it comes to doing anything on a computer.
well, it's mostly a matter of ignorance. But again, I want to take this opportunity to thank all you guys.
Because when he
that
gets on a
helped.
computer, he's just drawn to the tranny
Prince
point.
Andrew,
It just takes
Jay
over.
Swole, Aladdin, Lou, Meow Man, and all you maniacs I interact with on the cameos and the lives. Fantastic. I love it. I learn a lot from you, inspired a lot by you. So hopefully we can keep that going for all our benefits.
So is Aladdin coming back down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope he gained another 20 pounds of muscle.
If not, he can have some of mine.
That's awfully generous of you.
I'll take some of yours.
Ask Lenny.
My fat. Take some of my fat.
I don't know. You're
Take anything at this point.
You're snoring while awake is got to drive you fucking nuts. When you're sleeping, it probably sounds like a train going through that fucking room.
It sucks. I can't sleep. I don't sleep at all. I get baby.
Why don't you take a fucking
I need to
Allergy pill.
You realize how much more muscular he'd be?
I just grabbed some, but I literally need to. I've got to get a CPAP, and it's
Self-adjusting.
the only
Have you
way
ever
I'm
had,
going to be
have
able
you
to.
ever had one?
Takes a few weeks to get used to, but you'll love it once you get into it.
There's no. I would get used to it the minute I stuck it.
Yeah, you'll
because
lay on your back,
I'm
it'll be
breathing
like-
so horrible.
Should give him some G to help him sleep a little bit. Ask Lenny what his 2014 self would say if he could see himself now.
I would just be shocked.
That was what Diana could do, 2014.
Shocked at losing my hospital job for that kind of stuff. Shocked at how small I am and I should have gotten bigger. But that's from steering away from the basics. That's my time at Planet Fitness. And I need some a little bit stability now. Moving here, moving here. It's no excuse, but again, there's improvements I need to make on my protocol.
It's an excuse. I
frequent
mean, you want to.
More frequent eating.
It's hard to get into a set routine when you're moving around and
Yeah,
not
there's
knowing
no-
where you're
no
going
excuse.
next. I know what you're saying.
No excuse for anything.
You make time, not excuses, right?
Yes, you don't whine and complain about a system. You're here for a short time. I know what these people want. It's just a nonstop demands, and whoever gives into them, that's at your peril. But maniacs, stay away from all that nonsense. There's nothing going to do for you. It's going to bring you down in every way. Ignore it, but keep yourself vigilant. Protect yourself.
Got to be aware.
Have your certain surroundings, and don't go anywhere. You're going to run into a problem. And use protocol with the law enforcement. I know some of them can be smart asses and stuff, but don't stoop to that level. Just be very calm. And legally, you can say, I don't want to answer any questions. You can't say that in certain instances.
Hey, the counter argument to that is George Floyd was calm. He was in handcuffs and he was killed.
True.
That guy had, but it came out later.
Yeah,
that
but
who cares?
that
Doesn't
guy-
matter.
That guy knew him.
Oh.
They worked together. So he might have had.
But
There's
you
more
did
to
see
that
the
fucking
tape struggle
story.
before that, right?
But you know what? Nobody's perfect.
You did see how they struggled before that. They actually
Yes.
put him in the court and everything.
Let me ask you this. As a former police officer, isn't it true that once you're in handcuffs, laying on your stomach, the fight is over? That's it.
The fight is over. There's no reason that dude's knee should have been in that dude's neck, back.
Looking right into a camera, filming him do it.
If the
Looking
guy
right
got,
into
if the guy
camera.
got up and took off running, where's he gonna go? But this is the one argument that we haven't had yet. I also want to hold the people accountable. You're gonna tell me with everybody,
Or the three other cops.
not just the cops, the citizens.
What are they supposed to do?
What are they supposed to do?
Look at what they're doing now.
Look what they're doing now.
They can flip over police cars and
Shit,
and
but
light
you
them on
couldn't
fire-
help. You
and
couldn't
light-
help a body licensed guy sitting on the ground. That would have never happened had I been there. Period. Hands down. I don't give a shit.
Well, how many
what they
people were
say.
there?
Bunches. Over 10 people. You could hear them. Like, let the dude walk over there.
Hold on.
Get this, go shoot
Can
you too.
can I ask you a question? Let's say, okay,
Liability for all.
you have the
Y'all
cop.
stand there.
Hold on, you have the cop with his knee on the guy's neck. He's in handcuffs.
Yes.
And then you had the Asian cop standing there, kind of guarding the situation.
Yes.
Let's say 4 civilians bum rushed the cop whose knee was on George Floyd's neck
And got him off of him.
and got him off of him. What do you think the other? What do you think the other 3 cops would have done?
They probably would have arrested those people, but they would have later got released, and the guy would be alive.
They probably would have been deemed heroes.
100% the guy would be alive.
I agree.
Hands down.
I agree.
I don't understand why people think everybody.
You think those other
Everybody
cops?
wants to run their mouth and they want to say shit, but when
It's an
when
isolated
when it's time
incident.
to get in the battle, they don't want to have shit
The
to
guy
do with
was-
it
did a-
until something goes wrong.
did a criminal act, and it's that simple. It's an isolated incident. What's that have to do with mass riots and protests? And most of those other
Kids and
cases,
powder
Michael
keg
Brown's
this.
included, who they have a statue of. And getting to where the in the statue situation, we've seen statues in the United Kingdom of Churchill thrown down. Other people in England that built the economy, that built cities, provided jobs. A lot of Southerners that provided jobs were generals, whatever, businessmen, and their statues are thrown down. And NASCAR caving in, removing the stars and bars as a historical part of this country, and
Yeah,
not
but
all of it
that's-
was bad. That's a symbol of states' rights. I believe states have rights that the federal government can't supersede. We don't want the government control of every state. Otherwise, you eliminate the states. Some states have taxes, some don't. They have different rules. That's the symbol of states' rights that they're trying to get rid of, and that's a bad thing.
Back to the point that I was making, and just so I can tell, because I want to finish it, because I don't want anybody to take this in the wrong context. We have the police officers and we have the civilians. They want it hands down. The one cop was headed the knee in the back, correct? He's the one that did it, right? But they would have charged the other 3 with an accessory. How come the civilians don't get charged also? They would stand there and they watched it happen. All right. So if you have a group of friends and y'all go rob a bank you're friends with the guys. You're there. You watched it. They give you shit too, right?
Well, the civilians that were standing there were scared, obviously, of the other.
But they
cops.
did vocalize it. Hey, stop it. Some of them did say stop it, though, so I'll give them credit for that.
They didn't do it. They didn't do anything.
A lot. Most
They
people.
didn't do anything.
Yeah, but most
That's
people.
true, but
They talk a lot. They talk a lot of nonsense, but they didn't do anything. The guy would be alive had they done something. Period.
Yeah.
If the cop would have been a dickhead who had no idea, he should have never been wearing the badge.
Remember on the last podcast, we talked about how the cop and Floyd may have had a history when they were former coworkers. Someone who worked with the two of them came forward and said they did have beef.
Anyway,
you
shut
go.
up.
And then he recanted it. I guess he thought better of going public with it. Oh, well, I didn't mean what I said.
Paid off or pressured off. They shut it up.
Correct.
Because that's going to remove the whole thing of nationwide police brutality with that isolated incident.
Apparently,
I don't want that.
what the story
That's the truth.
this guy told is that George Floyd gave the cop shit because he said that cop was too rough with the patrons,
Yeah, he was an asshole.
like someone else. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I ended it with this. I really hope that this movement gets what they're looking for. We know right now what they're doing isn't what needs to happen, but I hope there comes. I really, really hope that this gets to a solution where everybody can finally look at this whole thing into context and be like, damn, this is what we've been needing all these years. Let's move forward. What sucks though is I just can't see it. And I don't think we'll see it in our lifetime. And that's what's sad.
And it's going to get worse with the propaganda.
Oh, you bet your
I have a
ass it
feeling
is.
it's definitely going to get worse.
Fuck yes,
With this
it
election,
is.
and it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I mean, you would think how much fucking worse can it get? First, we're in a 2-month fucking lockdown, and then just all of a sudden, you're fucking middle of cities burning.
Wait
down.
till the election. No matter who loses, is going to be rioting. That's how I feel.
As long as they don't riot, Rickon Jim, we'll be okay. 'Cause that's where I'll be working out. Stay your ass away from my gym.
If you could take a Misfits trip abroad to any country, which would you choose? Where would you want to go with all of us, Lenny?
I'd like to go to Italy, specifically Milan, so I could run into Christina.
I'd love to go
Broccolini.
to. I'd love to go to Italy too.
Milan.
Milan. Did you ever go there, Andrew?
Venice.
How was it?
Boring. There's not much to do other than ride around in a gondola and sightsee. I think I was there for 3 or 4 days. That was it. That was when I spent 2 months traveling around Europe by train.
How were
when
the hookers?
I was 22. In Venice? We only rode gondolas in Venice. That was one of our more sanitized visits. That was strictly sightseeing.
We went to Europe. Went with the with Kensington Palace and all that by with the Queen.
In London?
Yep.
Yeah, I love London. I would love to go back to London.
I really didn't like the people. They're kind of snooty and stuck up. But as far as I did get to see it back then. I got to see Dorian Yates. Went to his gym. Met a couple of pros that were up and coming that were cool as shit. But their food sucked. They weren't really friendly.
I usually don't like what you send me.
God. Read the top. They call him a god.
Is that a kid?
Yeah.
They convert him as God.
They're calling who God?
Read the top caption.
These devils put.
Bag over this young god's head.
God.
Was he spitting? That's usually why they do that.
He's a god. He's a Galician god.
Is it taking 4 cops to control a 12-year-old kid? That's what it looks like.
Just referring to God.
Man, I would.
Criminal.
This is such a fucking.
Now you gotta call him.
You don't want to be a cop.
That's fine. Let them. Hey.
Now they're calling a kid a god, a little criminal. Putting over this god's head. That's what you have to call him now. Watch. Required.
I would hate to be a. I mean, this is the worst time to be.
Brad, you're going to hate to be a postman because you're going to have to kiss their feet after delivering their welfare checks. And you have to call the young kids a god.
The only feet I put in my mouth are Valerie's. That's it. Are you guys excited to see Mack Truck kick the bedroom?
Lenny, do you have a follow-up to that or no?
When he seems more slapbox.
I think Lenny's
I'll take the
speechless.
5th.
What?
The young god. The young god. Why are they calling this kid a god?
That's just the Mack Truck thing with Jay is stupid. It's just
You know what I'd like to see?
what?
That slap
Slap
where they have
box?
to slap. Yeah, they slap.
Oh, where they stand there and
where they
slap
stand there and
each other's-
slap each other.
That would be
face,
fucking
get Mac
great.
truck.
Jay against Mac Truck.
Jay.
I think Jay would actually stand there and do that instead of a regular street
I
fight.
bet he'd knock his head off.
That's
Jay
a
took a
fucking
hard
great
slap
idea.
from Lou. Remember that before he benched
That
him?
would
was
be
a bullshit
that would be
slap.
freaking
Lou
awesome.
half missed him.
No.
Now look at the fucking video again. Lou barely got him.
That
He
would
didn't
be
get
an
him.
awesome.
Jay's untouchable.
I call that one.
Jay
That's actually-
Masters
that's-
versus Mac Truck, a slap box.
This
That's
slap
what it's called.
contest.
They
They stand-
have
they stand
competitions
against
where they
each other.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's like an arm wrestling.
Yeah,
thing.
they hold on one thing and they stand there and they take
Trade
the
shots.
hand back, trade shots, and whoever can't last.
I bet Jay can take a damn good shot.
Yeah, I think that
With
would
that
be
big
great.
head?
That'd be great. Removes any kind of liability on either. of them.
everything. And
That's
it's
fucking
legal.
awesome.
It's what they doing.
We should set those up. Jay Masters now. He can go.
Hell yeah.
And didn't Mac Truck throw a punch
It'll
at
be
Rich
the slap
Piana
heard
and
around
didn't
the
even
world.
phase him?
I think he partially missed him or something. I don't know.
Who's that?
When Mac Truck swung on Rich Piana.
Oh yeah,
that's what got him.
Sucker punched him, and
That's what
Rich
got him
went down
popular.
after Mac truck took off running like a.
Well,
down the hill.
Jay's
Yeah,
pissed
he
at him.
backtracked and hid behind his.
that dude hid behind his cronies.
That's Jay got on his shit because he said something in one of PJ's posts, like "I'll see you at the next expo," kind of in a threatening way, I guess, which is completely stupid. Why would you incriminate yourself if you want to get at somebody? You don't fucking put
This
it
all
online.
this all started when Mac.
Like what you
attacked
always say,
Joe
real
and them
killers
again.
move in silence.
Always.
The more you talk, it's just.
If Mac Truck said to PJ Braun, I'll see you at the next expo, PJ should know he has absolutely nothing to worry about. Because if he was really going to do something, he wouldn't make a comment like that. He would just be quiet, bide his time, and wait for the right moment.
Well, what the fuck what is with that guy anyway? What's his background, Leonard?
Who? Mac truck?
Truck.
Nothing.
No, I've never
He
heard
was
of it.
he was with Rich Piana with the 5%. He that's how he kind of got his start, his following. He went off on his own.
Oh, you told me he was a stripper.
Now he became a personal, does like personal training stuff.
Wait, he was a what?
Stripper.
He won the Masters Nationals this last year at I think at 225 as a heavyweight, and that's about it. I mean, that's really all there is to it. I mean, the guy's really not.
What's he do
He's
for a
just like-
living? Just sell his clothing and shit?
Just personal training, coach.
Oh, okay.
Considered a coach, personal training, talks on podcasts with like Mike Rashad guy or just a couple of them all talking.
He also, that's another reason why Jay was pissed at him because I guess it was a couple months ago he did an interview with that fat Italian kid, Nick Trigilli, and
they
said,
talk shit about Jeff.
saying Joe's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. That's how he lost his job and all that shit.
You don't make an accusation like that
No.
unless you got some motherfucking proof. But Joe debunked all that shit in the video.
That shit was so
in the
funny.
video that he
video
did.
was awesome.
That was
So like
great.
Jay needs to stop trying to get involved with grown men's beef between each other and let Joe handled himself perfectly with that. You know,
He did 100%.
why does Jay doesn't need to fight people's battles? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why he does that shit.
The view whore.
PJ can take care of himself. Joe Pietero can take care of himself. Like Jay, just quit trying to fight fucking other people's battles, man. Stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I think the PJ Brown thing will just kind of simmer down and everything and go off to the side. PJ will find another athlete and things go on. Hey, PJ, I'm available. I need a amateur.
He doesn't want nothing to do with our bullshit. He's got a company to run.
Could you imagine if he was
That's
sitting in his
what's great
office and
about-
hey,
we're
there's
all
some
free.
dude named Jason with
Like-
Misfits sitting outside?
Jay-
oh no, not again.
Jay shows his loyalty like he's a sponsored athlete. Please. Who gives a fuck. We're all free agents. That's what's great. We can say whatever we want about whoever we want.
I get Walmart
You'll get a-
protein.
you'll
If
get
you
a-
want to know,
you'll
you want to
get a
know where my PEDs from? Walgreens.
We'll give our real opinions. That's the beauty of it. Because then once you become sponsored, then well, don't say this about that person. You know.
Walgreens is my source.
Transform X had you holding the cucumber. Already photoshopped you with the cucumber. These people are all over shit. You guys are good. Don't get yourself involved in the comments either.
Transform X. ZC only is always ready with the cucumber, man.
You're
It's
from
a little.
Generation pretty much.
Right.
Take the ball breaking because most of
Right.
it is just ball breaking.
let
anyway.
him fly,
A
big.
lot of these fuckers don't. They're just saying it just to bust ball. Some of them really fucking.
I only have 2 feelings left anyway, so you can't hurt too many of them anyway.
Yeah, that's good. Some people can't handle the.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to wrap this up? I got to drive.
Yeah, thanks for coming down here tonight.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Brad was off today. He was nice enough to drive down and come on, about a 40-minute drive.
Yeah, that would have kind of been hard to peel me out of the bed with your old lady to come over here and do a funky podcast with us two fat farts.
I spent most of the day in bed with her. So
Watching movies.
Well, we did
The
some,
Invisible
we did some-
Man.
we did some-
Sucking toes.
We did some
Sucking
exercise.
toes.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did some
you suck toes,
exercising
you
too.
bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got-
Brad,
I
think
put my
you're-
mouth everywhere.
You got toe
You're
breath.
the Invisible Man in that bed.
Yeah, maybe if she wants to come on here, she can tell you all about it, Leonard.
I think I would find it very boring.
Yeah,
And
that's what you.
ounce,
That's what you
it.
like to think.
Missionary Brad.
That's right. Whatever you want to believe, Leonard. I got videos to prove otherwise, buddy.
They better have strap-ons and other people in that
No,
bed.
We'll have to put it up against Nate's video. See who's got better skills.
She was bigger, I think, Nate.
Think so? You worry about another man's dick size. You definitely are half homo.
Yeah.
Jay's definitely a closet homosexual, by the way.
Why, what's
Because
he-
he called me the other night after he did that fucking live stream, like he does when he's hammered. Just babbling shit. And I'm like, Jay, I gotta go. It's like 10:30. I'm like, I'm going to bed, man. He's like, I want to suck your cock. He has said that to me. I don't know how many fucking times.
I think he's told me before when he's drunk he wants to suck your cock too, now that I think about it.
And I bet you he would if I let him.
What does alcohol do? It releases inhibition. Inhibitions that are true that you keep inside.
And
Drunk man's
she heard
words
it.
or a sober man's thoughts?
She was walking out when he said that. She's like, what the fuck? She's like, I bet he would too. I bet he means that. I said, I think so. He said it to me 100 fucking
Did
times.
I ever tell you that, Brad? Even my
No.
cheat upstate?
Exactly. I said that to her. I said, even Lenny's never said that to me. Oh, Jay.
And he's enjoying it. He's
But
getting off on it.
I wish
too.
he was here. God damn it.
I wish he was too.
Fucking pussy.
Not after hearing that, I don't.
Hell, we could have got
What
on.
does he always
Yeah.
say? It's a victim of
We can have a bukkake on Jay.
Yeah.
You're not a fag if you're not, yeah.
Whoever gets
Receiving.
with Jay's face next to their cock's got a serious problem.
Oh, my
That
God.
should be the test. If you're homo or not.
All right, I can't take listening to him
Yeah,
breathing
you're
in these
snort- oh,
headphones
we're gonna
anymore.
You're going to get fucking ripped. We're going to catch so
Jason,
much
are you falling
shit.
asleep to an
For this-
extent? A little bit, because that's what sleep apnea does. You actually fall asleep.
This is what happens when you hang out with these gorillas for a week. You turn into one.
My
feel
side-
like one.
My side effects are staying a little, keeping at bay. I'll
Good.
say that ever since I got the new CPAP.
Good.
Good.
You know, I still swollen feet, but not like last year. Last year I was hospitalized.
Yeah, your ankles
this
used to
time.
be a lot more swollen.
That last time you were hospitalized, I got real
Almost a
big.
year ago, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Was
the
a year ago.
That's the last time you've been in the hospital?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let's keep that streak going.
Forget the hospital. I'm next step's the morgue. So
That's true.
and hopefully
been
I'm
saying-
400 pounds ripped.
You probably wouldn't mind dying right now with the way the world is.
It's not that, Brad. We mean the way. Woo! I'm scared to go out in the world, Brad. I'm scared of the Antifa commies with their skateboards.
I knew that'd get you.
Pomps kind of looks a little bit like an Antifa fuck.
I mean, I would love for about
You can
5
see-
of those
Yeah,
punks
he
to
could
come
be a
up on
shit
me
stirrer.
and try to attack me just to test my skills. I can throw my weight around, see what I could do. You know, I got hit with a bat a month ago. Didn't really seem to bother me.
Must not have hit you that hard. You embellish
Yeah,
a
he hit me
little
the
bit
right
these
place.
fucking stories. Where do he hit you?
You're right, Brad. I embellish.
Just a little.
Right. All that tranny
A
stuff
bat.
is not
It was
true.
probably a
You're
wiffle
right.
ball.
You're right.
It's like one of those mini bats that you get at the ballpark.
Oh, I remember those. All right, we're done? Yes?
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us. Until next
Appreciate
time.
it.
A podcast
next
2
time.
weeks in a row. We're on a roll, man. All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, Jason. You were great.
Anything
Very
else you
insightful stuff, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Has your so-called sponsor reached out to you yet? New World Nutritionals?
I got to
Ever
reach
been
out to him.
Ghosts?
I got to reach out to him.
If you're their athlete, what the fuck?
No, I got to reach out to him. He a little mix up communications because the phone's number. But all I was like saying is, me and Jason are going to become as freaky as we can.
You're going to
Compete
compete in
next
over 50?
year. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the open. I don't care. To prove that no one's bigger and harder than me, including the 20-year-olds. Get on stage. I don't give a fuck.
Good. On a mission. All right. That's it, and that's that.
Good night.